Welcome back. It's been a while. But we're back. We're all corona free. We're all kind of safe. I don't know. We debated on masks, but we are bigots vagabonds. For those who don't know or forgot or new people watching. We're playing Death. We're playing Dungeon of the Mad Mage. For those who don't remember.
This is really weird, actually.
It is very weird.
This is weird. I haven't done this
It's
in a while.
been, what, like 2
months?
months since
2 months?
we've all gotten together and played?
If you want to watch the rest of it, or the earlier half, it's all on YouTube.
It's on our YouTube
Find
channel.
Luckily, we did remember to upload it before we forgot for 2 months.
Yeah.
We are on session 26, surprisingly. It's day 68. It is currently 3 p.m. in the afternoonish. No one has seen real sunlight in a while, so it's kind of... Huh?
One more day. One day more. To get to
What are
day
you waiting for?
69.
Next session. We'll have a special day 69 episode. We have a new DM screen. I think this is...
Which is sexy as hell.
Who made is it Dogmite?
Yeah.
Dogmite.
Sponsor us, Dogmite.
This is Corey's, not mine.
Hashtag Dogmite.
But he's got these cool little things. And
You didn't use
Actually-
hashtags in your Twitter posts. Shut up, Bill.
They make little plastic ones that you can like use markers to write on. I want to get those, and that might be a little more beneficial to us.
That'd be cool. So, as we left off last time, majority of the group is in a long rest on level 4. Mark
20 what?
is on his lonesome on level 5. And as we left off, I think he knocked on a door and there was some...
No, loud rumble.
Yeah, a loud growling / rumbling coming to answer the fucking
Growling.
door.
That's different.
Huh?
It was
No,
definitely
no,
just
no.
like shaking and.
I don't know.
Well, hey, growling is.
You know what? It's been a while. You forget, I forget. We'll make it all up. We'll have Will in a bit. Maybe. For side note, since Will's not here, his Facebook got shut down, and we thought he died because he wasn't responding to our messages.
And then it was like, actually, he hasn't said anything in quite a while.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
Where's like that?
Like, when was the last time he had actually messaged us?
I think Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think someone said that. Are we good with sound and camera and everything?
Yeah, everything looks like it's working okay. And...
Guys upstairs, I think you guys are just taking a long rest.
Yeah.
I think that's where the start is. And
This is the Mark show.
yeah, this is going to be Mark for a bit. We might speed up your long rest, and then we'll try and meet it somehow so you guys aren't sitting there for doing nothing.
Probably at
forever.
some point I'll take a long rest and then it'll all catch up.
A really long rest.
Well, if I die, they can take a long
A permanent long
Steel
rest.
Eagle TV.
Hey.
What up?
That's Mark. For those who can see on the map cam. I guess, recap of the description of level 5. When you came through the tunnel, it's the first sunlight you've seen in a pretty long time. There were trees, birds chirping, kind of foresty area, and a kind of river going down. And if I can believe, you kind of explored along the shoreline and then got to this kind of like elevated building.
Right, yeah, well, there was all the buildings. There was like a couple buildings on that side, and I got to like a wall. And like inside the wall, there was the creepy looking forest.
Yep, the forest with the totems hanging and stuff.
And shit.
And then, built atop a natural mound of earth and rock is a 70-foot long, 50-foot wide, and 10-foot high stone platform covered with moss and ivy. Connected to the platform is 2 stone walkways raised atop a 20-foot marble columns. So, where's my map? So I can describe this a little better. Yeah, so you climbed up and you are right at the door. If you look to the right, that's where the wall kind of can, because this is the actual spot. So that is here. So if you look to the right, you see the wall that you went through, and there's the space that you went through. To the left, there is a bridge over top of the river. So that's the bridge walkway here. And if I can recall, there were some loud, grumbly, rumbly noises coming from inside there.
Well, so I got up there. The door was locked.
Yep.
And then so I just knocked on it,
And there was some movement.
and that was as far as we got.
Yep. So we'll kick it off there. You hear some loud movement, some rumbles, some growls. Kind of seems like a big-ish creature may or may not be behind this door, and they're kind of
How big is the door?
normal door.
Okay, I'll just wait.
Okay.
I figure if it's as big as I think it's gonna be, it can't fit through this door.
As you kind of stand there at the door, you start hearing kind of like something like sniffing. So you can like hear it sniffing the door to try and get like a scent. And as its nose kind of comes down to the bottom of the door, you see like puffs of dust, like it's breathing out underneath the door. So you can tell it's kind of like sniffing around.
Hello? Is someone or something in there? And do you by chance speak common?
Let's see. A few seconds go by, and then you hear, "State your business."
Oh, yes, well, I am Matthias Ezekiel Strauss. I am exploring through this elaborate dungeon underneath the city of Waterdeep. I got separated from my friends who are a level above, and was hoping someone could point me in the right direction to get back to them.
Let's see. He kind of speaks. He goes, "Dungeon? There is no dungeon down here."
Well, then I guess what I mean to say is I was traversing the river, and I managed to get caught in some rapids and traveled down this way, and was wondering if you know of a way to get back up the river.
If you want to find a way out, you will have to speak to Willow.
And who is in this Willow?
He's with Matt Mardigan.
I was thinking the same thing.
Matt Mardigan?
Willow is the ruler down here. She controls everything.
Alright. And how can I find her?
You're here. You must traverse through the woods. Her tower is to the east.
Alright. And can you tell me anything about the woods inside the walls? The one with the totems and so on and so forth?
The woods can be treacherous, so be careful on your travels.
But otherwise, you don't have anything else to say about it?
Not at this time.
And might I ask who I'm speaking to? I don't believe I caught your name.
My name is Tyrael. Tearul.
Oh, well, that's not how I spelled it. But I'll remember it this way. And what are you?
I am a dragon, of course.
Oh. Okay.
And you hear like a little, like the door unlocks.
I'll open it.
You open it and you see a big green dragon head staring right at you. There was a little description of him. Where's he at? He has green iridescent scales, and as you look closer, there seems to be a sword lodged hilt deep into his skull. So you just kind of see like just the hilt right here.
Dun dun dun. Oh shit! Are you aware that you have a thing in your head?
Does he know? Let's see.
You flick it and he falls dead.
He says,
I know of not what you speak. All right. Odd. Well, do you by chance know of a safe way through the woods? No, you don't. Do you know anything else about this level at all?
give me a persuasion check.
I'm so super good at those. 17.
Because Willow's Forest are relatively safe. Just don't harm anything, and you should be fine.
All right. Well, I do appreciate the information.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll go now. You can't by chance give me a ride on your back or anything, can you?
You just hear him laugh. He just and he takes and nudges the door shut.
Well, all right. Have a good one.
What's your passive perception?
My passive?
19.
I mean, it should be pretty high. It is 19.
19.
Yes.
You could see a little bit. The dragon was taking up most of the doorway, but you could see through, and you could see that there were like coins and kind of treasure kind of showed about in there. You could kind of hear him when he was moving. You could hear like coins move and stuff kind of fall.
Okay. I'll actually take a couple of gold coins and slide them under the door and just be. Well, I'm just gonna, just in case, you know.
There is no response.
add to the dragon horde. All right. Well, then I guess I'll walk back until I get to the totem wood.
They're like putting right here.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's the Okay. So there's a door over here. Yeah, right now that's the only opening you know of, unless you kind of explore around the house. That one.
Oh, I guess I'll explore around the outside if they're finding any secret path.
When we walk, you can make a full circle around this building.
Okay.
There's one door on this side, one door on that side, and there's a moss covered staircase that heads down. So basically that building's right here. There's a wall that extends off this way, and then there's a staircase that heads down into the woods here. So you can either come back down and go through here, or actually, you should be pretty high. Ooh, that's really far. Give me a perception check. We'll see what happens.
My passive was good. My actual perception, not that great. 10.
You kind of look in the general direction and of where he said it was. Actually, what's... Can I make a mark of what way's north? No, you didn't. We can kind of assume anyway. You don't see the tower at all from where you're at that distance far.
Okay.
But you see basically this small staircase which gets you on this side, and then east is... So, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, this is upside down. Yeah. This is north.
I can figure out the rest from there.
East, west.
I like the W.
Or... Yeah, it's east to me.
Yeah. North, south, east, west.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You got it. So, yeah, I guess I'll kind of take a step on the mossy stairs. Does anything
seems
happen
fine.
to me? No, nothing like reaches up and swallows me whole. Okay, I'll walk down the mossy stairs. And
But
into
that
the
next step, though.
It's the second step that gets you.
Didn't check that one, did you?
How long's he been dry for?
He doesn't have it.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, you do?
yeah, but I have a canteen full of water
Because
because that's what I've been doing.
That only holds a pint of water.
yeah. Give me...
And remember, he learned that if he wet his clothes, it would last longer.
Well, you still have skin that's not...
Hey, this was what you ruled, not us.
I don't remember this.
Okay.
It's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've calculated that you have to keep wet every 10 minutes. So how are you going to prepare for this trek through the jungle or forest, since you only know of one water source, that is the river right there?
Well, I
I
guess
forgot
I
Matthias
will-
had it too.
I'll start off by
Yeah, half the party's afflicted.
It's good. It's good.
drenching myself.
Okay. So you're going to walk back to the river?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk to the riverside.
So you're like, if you use the stairs, the wall cuts off the river, so you'll have to walk back to here.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll go back.
Yeah, so you have to come back the way you came, and then the river's right here.
Okay.
So if you take the stairs, it'll cut it off.
So I'll go back to the river. I'll drench myself, fill my water skin, and try to be quick about it.
Okay. So now that you're on that side, I assume you're going to go through this one, or do you want to
That's
climb
it.
up and go?
Whichever was fastest. I think I could ascertain that. I mean, I've been
Probably
both
give me-
directions. A history check to
No.
remember which was faster. Survival.
Yeah, survival. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck is it called?
Eight. Okay, then I'll just
Less
head
effort
back
is
up.
probably that way, because you have to climb back up, then walk, and then go around.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll also just figure out, like, the entrance is still to the east, so why would I go west to go east?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. So you walk back, and then you enter said forest.
Yep.
To re-describe the forest is strewn with rusty weapons, burnt torch stubs, empty bottles, and other worthless paraphernalia left behind by years of warring adventurers. Eerie totems hang from the trees made from twigs, feathers, and other tattered bits of cloth that look like crude dolls.
I will walk into the forest and keep Tyrell's words in mind and not touch anything.
Okay.
So,
How do I have this? Oh, that is not that. That is not how that's drawn. There's more.
That is
Or it's the wrong spot. What did I just do? Just had it in my goddamn hand. So this is actually further. So this is actually a wall, not to scale. And then that's where the wall continues. So the river goes. So this is where the dragon is. So the river continues here. You got down, walked. This is the break in the wall.
Oh, well, that's where I would
That was the one before. Yeah, now that I got it right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because I did. Yeah, because here's the wall and then there's the break. Yep. Okay.
Oh, well, about that.
Now I get what I drew 2 months ago. So you're walking through right there. Yep.
And I will make haste.
Okay. You can kind of assume that the wall is pointing north and south. Are you just gonna go straight east, or okay?
Head east until I, hit something that doesn't let me head east anymore.
I'm gonna do some math. How far can you travel in actual 10 minutes? What's your speed?
you move 60 feet in
I move 40 feet is my
so
walking speed.
40 feet.
80 feet in 6 seconds. If he's not doing anything else, he's moving fast.
So
Normal pace would be 40 per 6.
Yeah, 80 times
Also,
10
do
is
10 minutes
800 times
divided
10
is
8,000. I move 8,000 feet.
in 10 minutes. Okay, that's fair. So you start heading east. Same thing. You start seeing the treetops are starting to like mold together, so it's starting to block out some of the sun. But you still see every once in a while. It's not like dark or anything, but it's definitely not as bright as it was before.
Shade.
With your passive perception, just kind of walking through, every once in a while, you kind of think your brain is playing tricks on you. Like you might see like one of the trees move.
Okay.
And then it just like when you go to like look, you don't see anything move. And then you'll like take a couple steps and like out of the corner of your eye you'll see like that tree just kind of
Well, I'm a
migrate a little bit.
rational man of illogical mentality, so I'm just going to leave it alone.
All right. As you keep going through, along with the somewhat trees moving, straight ahead, I'll say about like 60 feet through the trees, you start to see like 2 elks walking through. Along with the elks there, you hear like buzzing from bees. There's every once in a while you see like a little squirrel or rodents kind of moving around, but this is definitely more of the dense area. So
Gotcha. I don't see anything that might resemble. I know you said that the trees are really blocking everything out, but I don't see anything like looking through like the little spots that might resemble a tower.
nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Okay. Well,
Give me another survival check.
Six.
You've been walking for a bit, and you're quite not sure if you're still heading in the right direction, but you kind of get that feeling like you might be making circles, but you're not sure.
Gotcha.
Do you want to
1 second.
keep heading in the same direction? Kind of get your bearings somehow?
Let me look up what comes in this kit that I have. Because I have calligrapher's supplies.
When you make a compass?
Or does it come with a compass?
I don't think calligrapher's ones does.
I don't think so. Has more writing.
If you know how to make, if you yourself know how to make a rudimentary compass,
Do you have
I'll let you make one.
Mark?
Well,
Without-
'cause
without
normally
Googling.
cartography's tools have navigational
Yeah.
aids in there.
true.
Then do you have rope?
Damn.
I'm testing his real knowledge, not his character's knowledge.
Damn, yeah, that's
Moss always grows on the north side of the tree. You could use
because
that
I
to
watch
keep
Man
moving.
vs. Wild.
Yeah, as if that applies in his magical world.
Hey, who knows? There's a
Well,
magical sun.
Well, that's why I
Maybe
actually
it's
have
in the
rope.
north of the.
I'm just gonna make him go on a tangent and just have him make the compass and then it just spins.
I mean,
I just want to see if Mark will get creative and try to find his bearings. See what he doing.
well, if I can't see the sun,
You can see the sun.
I can't see the sun.
Uh-huh.
Well, then is the sun moving?
Give me a history check.
History check.
For when you walked in, when you like saw the sun, if it looks to be in the same spot or not.
Sure. Is the sun by chance a fey, fiend, or undead?
No.
Okay, just making
It is galactic.
I have advantage for
Or
now
cosmic.
recalling information about
That's a
fey,
cosmic
fiends, and
being.
undead. Well, fuck. 11.
11. You're not sure. It may have moved. It might be in the same spot. You're not sure.
What do I have on me? Can I hear the river? Can I give like a perception check or something?
Sure. Give me perception.
Nope. It's a 5.
You do not hear the river anymore.
Then I guess I'll just walk in one direction for a while.
Okay. The same direction you were, or a new one?
I mean,
Give me straight, left, or right.
straight.
Okay. So you keep walking straight. I'll say another like minute or two. Actually, no, you'll be alright. You start to see a clearing after a bit. The trees start to fade out, and then you can actually see what looks to be dirt, like a clear-cut tree line where it stops, and then it comes to like dirt.
Okay. I'll head to the clearing and take a look and see if it's in a book.
So,
Reading Rainbow.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bill.
those are the walls, and then you came in here, and then you are right here when you pop out of the forest.
Okay. And what do I see?
So it basically just looks kind of like dirt. There's no grass. There's no real path or anything. It just kind of stops. There is a cliff here. You can kind of see some, they look to be like 100 feet away. So this distance to there is about 100 feet. So you can kind of see these like alcoved fingers. There looks to be a tunnel this way, and it continues on this way. So cliff line, tree line, and then there's like the dirt in the middle.
Okay. I'll follow the tree line. I'll go the opposite direction. I'll follow like the
This
trees.
way?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get around,
Because
you can
some of it feels
see
sketchy.
farther down this tunnel, and you can see that the tunnel kind of goes enough that you can kind of see, and then it peers off to the right. And then as you start following this tree line up, you start to get a better glimpse of these little alcoves. You're about 50 feet away once you get to, definitely not drawing a scale, but it's about 50 feet right here. And as you look inside of them, you just see all the alcoves are just packed with skeletons and bones.
Okay.
Did you want to investigate?
Nope.
uh,
I'm smart enough to not
Yeah.
investigate.
After you kind of look off and you don't see these anymore, you look up and there's a clearing and you see a set of double doors and there looks to be a tower.
Okay, I'll go for the tower.
So at the base of this tower on the south side is a 12-foot high arched double door made of carved stone. A rope hanging next to the door looks to ring a bell.
Okay.
Yep. So you walk up, there's a big stoned arched door, and there looks to be two ropes on each side that kind of go inside. But you can kind of assume that those might be doorbells.
Okay. So I can actually assume that those are meant to be like doorbells and not to be like can I check for traps?
Sure.
What do you want for that?
Traps is usually
Investigation or-
investigation.
Okay. Since I'm looking at traps, I have advantage. 30.
30. It looks to be not trapped.
Okay. I'll ring one of the doorbells.
Okay. The doorbell rings. And then we are going to migrate 8 hours till you guys wake up. Just to get you guys involved in
So
something.
we get our long rest.
Yes, long rest happens.
Yeah.
You guys are in the hut where?
In the hot tub.
I'm in the hot tub.
No, like where was the hut?
In the middle of the
Cave.
In the
where
cave
the-
that you guys
where
were
the-
in?
where the
Okay.
Avalanche
Yep.
is,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Alright.
I do my prayer over my shield, making it a +1.
Yep. So you guys wake up.
My
No sign of Matthias has
rod,
shown up.
My rod gets its charge back too.
I bet it does.
Mm-hmm. I forget how to use D&D Beyond.
And it's
Have they updated it all in 2 months that we don't know about?
No.
yeah, dice.
Oh yeah, the dice part seems pretty cool. Did you guys sleep in the hot tub?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Well,
You guys wake up, you're not pruny at all. Your skin feels great, it's refreshed.
My head fucking hurts.
Are they still somewhat translucent?
They are translucent and slimy.
I don't like this still.
well, friends. Seems as if Matthias is still missing.
Did he say where he was going?
The last time I heard, he was making a round on the perimeter to see if he could figure out something in this cave.
Alright.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Matthias. And it will say, where the fuck are you?
Shit. Because now I'm like, okay, so what would your response be 6 hours from now?
Well, here, we'll just write down. He sent me sending, and we'll just
Okay.
resolve it later. Because if I'm dead, I'll be there. You go. There's your answer.
Do you want to transition back to him?
No.
Okay.
No, because I need to.
I'm going to give you like a gist of what his response would have been. So what'd you say?
Where the fuck are you?
I mean,
What for a riverboat ride?
do we just tell them what I would say if I am not dead?
I mean, that's exactly what I would do. So, I know that's kind of
You
throwing
get-
a wrench in everything,
he-
but
He's in good spirits and safe. This may or may not change, depending on what Mark does. But yes.
You get an answer that goes TBD.
If I lived, I also would have been like, I got sucked down some rapids. And that would have been the gist.
Oh yeah, because you would have had, since you said, where are you? Yeah. Because when we transfer back to him, you'll know exactly where he is. So. But he's in good spirits, he's safe. If
he
that-
didn't say where he was, though.
I don't want to spoil anything because I'm kind of trying to mess with the timeline. But he is on the level down in a tower.
Did he say how he got there?
No.
Alright, so he's probably gonna die, and will probably be dead. We can continue on without him.
Is this water still there? Is the water still in there?
Yeah, it's a magical hut.
So I'm going to
Oh,
take
it's
my
there.
bag of holding and just open it up to try to take some of this water in there.
Did this ever work?
Well, here's my
How are you going to get it back out?
But a cup.
Is water an object?
If you put it
form
in
of
something, I'll let you put the water in the bag of holding.
Yeah, because I'm going to put it in there, and if I have like a cup or a bowl, just be able to.
It
Alright, fine.
your bag of holding converts into a what is it? Font of endless water or whatever.
Well, it only holds like
decanter.
500 cubic feet of water.
Yeah,
Right.
But
Well, this hot tub is not that much. So.
Yeah.
So, I do recall that we already talked to the Kuatoa, and they unfortunately did not have an answer to what's going on with you all.
Well, see, the problem is that every cubic foot of water weighs 7.48 pounds, or is 7.48 gallons, which
Yeah, but
is
it's the bag of holding.
each. But it has a weight limit. You can only hold 500
Oh,
pounds.
sorry, yeah, 500 pounds.
So each cubic foot of water.
I think it
is
only
7
holds
gallons.
24 cubic feet. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the thing.
Well, each gallon of water weighs 8.34 pounds.
I'm just going to solve this and say you can't put just straight water in there.
Okay.
It has to be in a container.
I tried.
I like it though. But now we're going to sit here and like rules this.
64 cubic foot of water would be able to be held in it. If it goes over, I think it expels what it can't hold.
No, I think it ruptures.
So, the
Oh,
only
overloaded, yeah.
other thing I can think of is we could speak with the Drow, see if they have any insight into this.
I can also ask the Blackstaff. She said she might have something today.
That's right, we were waiting for her to get back to us.
I'm gonna cast Sending to the Blackstaff. Have
it's,
you
it's the morning. I'm gonna look at my spells.
have you got anything? Any new developments on our curse or ailment? We're still afflicted by this.
Where is the aboleth? The response is, what's it? 25 words? Is that what it is?
This is day 69 for us now, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, day 69 for you guys. She said, we looked into the aboleth condition. The only way to cure it is with heal or another equivalently higher healing spell.
Okay. I will relay that information to the party.
You got that?
I'm not that powerful to be able to do spells of that magnitude yet, but I can take a spell today where I can create food and water, and I can make up to 30 gallons of water.
That's all.
Player-wise, it's 6th level or higher healing spell.
I think that's the most beneficial thing that we can do for the time being.
So
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Is there any? Are there any chests inside of this? Please.
Unless you want them to be there. Not like they're filled with
You can
anything.
ask Jinkler. I think he's running around here somewhere.
Is it Jinkler?
yeah,
For some reason I thought it was Jangles.
Well, if he's running around like Jingle.
First name Bo.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Are there any chests or any other vessels to carry water around?
Mini kegs.
How many kegs would you like?
Will they work outside of this place?
That's a good question.
Yes.
As many
I
as
made these
you
fucking
can give
items and I
us.
totally forgot what they were. Huh?
As many as you can give us.
if you can enough kegs to hold 30 gallons of water.
You see him kind of like, and he takes out this little keg, and he sets it down, and he takes out another one and sets it down, and he sets out about 5, and then you see him just go, and they grow up to normal size.
You hear jingle bells.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you, Jinkler.
Actually, he like sprinkles snow on it.
There you go.
And then they fill with water.
Alright,
Yes,
Chip.
Salt Bay.
Is this something you can do as a ritual?
No, it's actually gonna take one of my castings, but
Well, you can say that we can just use the hot tub water.
Think of it as a
There's also water outside.
Yeah.
Like you guys are on an island. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
like.
Just saying.
So
But
we'll
this is
put
also
the,
for like food and stuff
we'll
too.
put the pony kegs in the bag of holding.
So I'll cast the spell.
I'll
fill
put
it up.
them. I'll put them in mine. Don't do that. We can just fill them up outside.
Oh, that's a good point. And then we'll just dump them on them.
So we'll.
And there's some nice hot tub water in here that got bathed in for 8 hours with some stank water out there that's had an aboleth peeing in it for
I
the
will.
last year.
I'll also put out my water skin and just say, I don't require the use of this. So either of you want to use it for an extra one?
To me. Okay, I'll take it.
And
Hey.
I'll say I'm gonna go get started filling the kegs with water. Whenever you all are ready to depart, just meet me out there.
Would you like some help?
Well, I was
No.
gonna see if Jinkler could make us some breakfast. It would be nice to have a home cooked meal and not eat rations today.
I have already prepared that, sir.
Oh,
And I'm
And
gonna
you look, and there's like a nice long table that's just filled with like everything.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
walk
like there's
out
candy canes in a lot.
and just start filling up kegs while they
Okay.
eat because I don't need to.
It's the 5 major food groups.
And I'll
Candy-
put them all
candy
in my bag
canes,
of holding.
candy corns. Sorry.
So how many did he give us? 5?
5.
Okay. Get my fucking thing.
Jinkler, would you mind bringing me food over to the hot tub?
Anything for you, sir.
Thanks.
And you'll kind of bring a plate.
You are
over here.
And I'll eat my breakfast in the hot tub.
Okay.
This is some suck stuff.
All right.
So,
You guys are doing that. We'll jump back in to Mark, and we'll see if I can fill in some more
6
information of
hours worth.
Mark's response.
6 hours of
Since you guys really haven't done anything
Dude,
yet.
you get those special dice.
Yeah, mine.
Oh, you gotta go to marketplace. Gotta buy them.
are you talking
Oh,
about
they
the?
were free.
Yeah, no.
Are you? What dice are you talking about?
The Theros dice.
ones.
Oh, I didn't get the Theros dice.
They're $15.
15? Fuck that.
All proceeds go to BLM.
I had free dice when I first.
Well, it's in your dice collection.
How do I find that?
In your collections tab.
Cool.
I have the classic ones too. The Gygax dice.
Yeah, I have the old school
I got
ones.
them
Yeah.
I thought I had those, and then they went away. So
D&D Beyond's dice app is pretty sweet.
fucking sweet as shit.
Depending on if the dice rolls come back really bad, I might just shelf this thing here and use this.
I've rolled around the mid range. I've rolled probably about 20 times. About
Is this
mid-range.
us or you?
It's us.
I think that's where we're at right now.
Is it? Son of a bee.
No, where we were at, it was drawn on here.
I need a paper towel. Something to wipe this off.
2 seconds. Initiative.
What is this 2-second break brought to us by?
It is 2 second break. brought to us-
SpaceX?
Oh yeah, I wish.
That was pretty
brought
good.
to us by SpaceX. I loved the dinosaur that they hooked up with them. That was pretty sweet. That's somebody's kid's toy.
Yeah, it was his kid's toy.
So
That's pretty
somebody apparently was live streaming their failed one from like a few years ago of when the rocket exploded.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But they live streamed it right alongside
Oh,
of the
that's
live
fucked.
stream of the normal one.
Oh my god.
It's just like, man, everyone knows how to bring dark humor into something, don't they?
No, that was a pretty good launch.
I need to watch the rest of the video because I was only able to get bits and pieces. But I want to see the landing too.
The recovery on the drone ship. The video cut out.
It cut out right before it landed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, he was like, oh. It's like, oh, it's coming. It's like 4 seconds away. And then all you see it cut out, and then it's already landed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn it.
That to me just blows my fucking mind.
Well, it's revolutionary. It's
Yeah.
the first
Like
time.
how accurate it lands.
Yeah.
It's literally
Have you
on a
seen the
dime.
video
Right
of
there.
Falcon Heavy, like inaugural launch,
Mhm.
and then the recovery of the 2 outside boosters?
one fell.
No, the main engine fell when it landed
Oh.
on the
They
on the
it was
drone
it was
ship.
the
Yeah,
same
they
exact
came
time.
down on land and they simultaneously landed together.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy
Smart
cool.
technology, man.
It's so good,
I thought it was cool.
and the fact that they could do this makes it so much cheaper because they just reuse all the fucking rocket boosters.
Yep.
I thought it was cool how that it didn't even look like the classic
We
rocket
can
ship,
launch as many Teslas into space as we want now.
right?
That's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be like, buy your very own Tesla pod.
But it's gonna have a name with a bunch of numbers and letters that don't actually work on a regular keyboard.
Oh, are you talking about Kyle?
Is that what the kid's name is?
Yeah.
Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
By the way, the state of California did not allow them to name him that.
They changed it to XII instead of 12 at the end.
Yeah.
Until he had his first Monster Energy drink.
All the walls
Because it
are
is-
destroyed.
They were explaining it, and like apparently it just translates down to.
But he should be okay once they patch him. Once they get his first few like software updates done, I think he'll be good.
All right. Ding. Constitution saving throw.
Ding! Dexterity check.
Yes, what's your max hit points? Yeah, it's more than that.
Double that.
Yeah, it's double that. It's weird. So, you kind of wait for a bit. I'd say like 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then finally someone shows up. You hear like, and the doors open, and it's well lit in there. It's really nice, and you see a walking tree.
Ooh.
And hello.
Hello there. How are you on this fine morning?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're very pleasant to speak with compared to some other things I've run into down here.
Give me a nature check.
Actually, pretty alright at those. Nope.
Not with those dice.
9.
I'm gonna start using D&D Beyond.
You guys are mad you haven't used them for 2 months.
You kind of get the sense that he's an awakened tree, but he's a lot smaller than normal. He's a medium-sized awakened tree. Because I think
he's
normally
not
they're huge, but he's enough to be able to walk around.
Gotcha. But I can ascertain that he's a awakened tree, not like a treant.
Yeah. You see that like his trunk has been carved to look like a person, and then it still has like the sprouts and stuff, but it has a face, and he's kind of talking and emoting through the face that's been carved in there.
That's interesting.
Give me a perception check. We'll go with that.
Do you have a question?
7.
Question.
Yeah. Before you cut back to him, while I'm eating in the hot tub, I'm attempting to take a short rest.
Okay. Oh, to get. I know what you're doing.
He's trying to get one of his spell slots.
Both of them, because I
Both.
use both. Anyways, sorry.
You get 2.
What'd you get?
Because you got the higher.
What was it?
roll.
7.
7. You don't recognize his face.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Is that what you asked?
I think just because you say that, I think I recognize his face, but I understand.
As a character, you don't.
Yeah, but as a person.
As a person, you might.
Is this Willow's tower?
Yes.
Is she in?
Mm-hmm.
May I speak with her?
Certainly.
Okay. Will you be taking me, or will I be waiting?
Have you ever been here before?
No.
Then I'll take you.
Drink off.
Okay. I'll
14,
follow
bro.
him if he's...
He doesn't move. He just stands there.
Are we going?
Yeah, follow me. And he turns around, and you kind of see like it's got legs carved, but they're not separated, and you just kind of see like the roots kind of just move him along as he's going through. Where's my little?
That mustard is so good.
I haven't had it yet.
So
I love
you
it.
walk through this.
Oh, not that one. The stone ground is really good.
So you walk through these double doors,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's another set of double
The
doors
brand
right
is
there,
awesome.
and then he walks you into.
Yeah, I get it all the time. The boar's head, my favorite.
Or no, this is Sergeant.
They do a 3-pepper Colby. Boar's head does.
I just do little meat tacos and cutting off bread.
Good.
So as the second double doors open, it opens up into a big throne room that looks to be on 100 feet. These are 10-foot squares, so 40 by 50. There are dead leaves and twigs covering the entire floor, but there looks to be like a pathway. The room has a vaulted 20-foot ceiling. The stone pillars are carved to look like trees to support a 10-foot high stone balcony that runs along the north.
There's wasabi in that shit.
The tree's
Wow.
stone branches serve as the balcony's railings.
It's got honey too.
Breathe it out. Breathe it out.
That hit my sign.
And then as you look,
Holy fuck.
we'll put her in not a number.
Next time I need it, I'm not put that much.
So not scale, obviously.
Really? They're not like
And that's your tree friend.
large monstrosity.
Then as you walk in, you kind of walk to the center, and he goes, "Willow is right there." And you look down, and there is a female elf sitting up there, and there looks to be a beast beside her. Let me describe said beast.
Did anybody else notice how bad
Look
the
at that.
bugs have been? Somebody told me it's because we had such like a hot winter.
Yeah.
They didn't
Oh, yeah.
die.
That did.
There's red chili peppers in this. That's why it's hot little kid.
Killing him.
81.
Just kind of wakes you up.
Page 81, who's ever following along at home.
Oh, good to know.
It looks to be the beast sitting beside her looks to be a black panther with 6 legs, and it looks to have 3 tails.
Mm.
2 coming out of its shoulders and 1 coming out of its tail.
Sexy. Can I give a check?
You can give a nature check.
Can we skin it and make a cloak?
I bet you want to try that in front of her. Right ahead.
18.
18. It looks like a displacer beast.
Oh, fry.
She's like, not my meat.
Let me get some of your meat.
Hello?
Give me some of that.
I assume you're Willow?
She kind of looks at the tree and she's like, "Hallish tree, who have you brought with?"
Wait, what is his name?
Alice tree.
Hallish tree. And then it kind of clicks in your head and you look back at the tree and then you like look at her and you notice that the face carved into the tree is Hallister. If you've seen him before, I think you have.
Alice tree.
I don't know if I have.
If you haven't seen his face, then you recognize the name and you kind of like
That's fine.
put like
Put 2 together.
Okay.
That's what he looks like. Gotcha.
tree.
Alice tree.
He knocked on the door. He seemed nice. I thought I'd bring him in.
Love this accent.
What is it?
It's an awakened
awakened
tree
tree.
that's carved to look like Hallister.
No, the guy who greeted him. I know I'm not there. I'm
It's
just
a tree.
wondering.
No,
It's
Yeah.
a tree.
Oh, it's a tree.
It's an awakened tree.
It's like an awakened small tree.
Yeah, but
that
it's
has
medium
Alistair's
sized,
face.
not huge like a normal awakened tree.
Like some
The tree.
Yeah, it's not a tree.
Yeah, Kiki.
She goes, "Come forth.
I walk up.
What is your name?"
I am Matthias Ezekiel Strauss. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm gonna say. I assume you're trying to be polite and everything. At this point in time, your kind of like mental clock goes off, and you realize you're coming up on like 10 minutes. But
When that starts to happen, I'll be like,
it's not that yet, but you know, like it's coming time where you like need to like lather up again.
well, if it's coming time, I'm gonna be like, pardon me, and I pull out my water skin and I pour it on myself.
Seize him.
She kind of looks confused, and she goes, "All right."
I was diseased by an aboleth,
I can see that.
and so I must keep moist.
Well, my name is Willow.
Moist.
What is your business here in my woods?
Well, I have been traveling through the dungeon known as the Dungeon of the Mad Mage under the esteemed city of Waterdeep. I came here with a group of companions. They are a floor above me. I was exploring the riverways and got dragged down through very strong rapids that I didn't see coming.
That I wasn't warned about
Multiple times.
multiple times. She goes, well, are you okay? Are you in good health?
I'm a bit rough, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Other than the fact that I am, and then I hold up, the slime starts sticking down, and my skin is translucent.
She says, well, I assume since you've made it this far, as long as you do not harm my woods, you will not be harmed here.
All right. Well, I do appreciate that. You don't by chance know any way of fixing this, do you? I assume you are a druid of sorts.
I might be. Of sorts.
This chair keeps catching my shirt. It's got a hard edge right here. Huh? Oh, good to know. I think I might be up on my tetanus.
She says, I might be able to help, but I assume the rest of your party is soon behind you?
No, they didn't seem to have any plans of coming behind. I also haven't talked to them, so...
Oh yeah, because you haven't done the sending yet. Or he hasn't done sending yet.
Hey guys, I got healed.
Yeah.
So, I guess, really, aside from helping me with this, two questions I have for you is, can you help me get back to my friends? And can you help me, and do you know the path further down? That way, when we do come through here, rather than being any temptation to mess anything up, we can just kind of make our way through and straight on down to the next level.
You talk as though your party's coming, but you just said they don't know that you're here.
Oh, well, we will be coming. It's just not right now.
Well, when your party does eventually come, do they have the same affliction as you do?
Well, I do believe that two of them did. So.
Well, I didn't mean that. Hold on.
Disease.
No. Do they have
Mindset.
the
Respect.
yeah, the same respect as you have
Well,
shown so far in my realm?
there's one that we travel with. His name is Lord Howard Phillips. He is an esteemed man and greatest amongst us.
He is evil as shit.
But I know that there's a dwarven man. He worships a god of forging. And I know he's cut down many a tree in his time.
She'll rephrase and say, please describe your party for me.
Well, there's a human.
We'll see Matthias's description of everyone in the party.
There's a gorgeous human man. He wears, what color robes do you wear? Like green?
Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about him.
No, yeah, green.
Oh, you're a dwarf now. Oh, you don't have the thing. Oh, never mind.
I have the thing.
Do you?
Yeah, I got it back.
There
Well,
is.
don't go by that. That's might be inaccurate. You would know that's inaccurate, but I'm not going to tell you because you're playing off your memory. So.
Okay.
You want to roll a history check to see with your dice?
There is a large gray Goliath man who is very respectful of ancestry and so on and so forth. A automaton. Seems like a kind Southern / British gentleman. There's a dwarf who worships, I think it's Morden, god of the forge, and a wood elf.
That likes to kill children.
I don't really know much. I don't really know much about him, but he seems to be all right in everyone else's graces.
On the up and up.
I mean, I do believe there's a rumor that goes about that he's murdered many a child before, but haven't seen it myself, so.
I did see him murder a couple tiny elves real fucking good.
Are you actually saying that?
No.
I was like,
of course not.
okay. That might change some things.
Murk some small elven beings.
Let me see what else is in her.
But then again, we were fighting evil Santa Claus at the time, so I don't hold it against him.
Not your kind of elf.
Yeah. More like gnomes, but pointier ears.
More like
Small, childlike motherfuckers.
Nelfs. No Melfs.
Wonder if you could have a half elf that wasn't half human.
And it's not technically a half elf.
What would it be then?
Something else.
She goes,
It would have a different name. So,
I do appreciate that you have shown my forest kind since you've been here. Most travelers do not.
well, I was fortunate enough to run into a green dragon by the name of Tyrael.
So you met him.
Yes.
How is he these days?
Well, he's got a sword in his head. But other than that, he
It keeps him sane.
keeps him sane.
I was
Can
figuring.
you explain?
Huh?
I was figuring. Like, if he was like, "You want me to help take that out?" I was like,
Give me a history check.
Ting!
Or nature. It'll be nature.
Are you sure it can't be history?
Nope.
22.
You kind of think back to like after she said that you remember that green dragons are usually lawful evil, and he seemed to be somewhat polite, I guess.
Well,
So
he definitely was not as aggressive as other green dragons I had met in my time, but which hasn't been a lot. But
she explains that Tyrael used to be called Valdemar, but he was once a menace to my forest, but where is he?
Valdemar.
He was a menace.
She did what Superman did to the Joker. He gave him a body.
An adventurer named Tyrael went to attack him and lodged his sword into his head. And ever since then, his alignment has been a little more docile, and we have grown to be friends over this time.
oh, well, that is very nice. Well, yes, if it was not for him, I had no plans of messing with your wood anyway, because especially the area with all the totems where I walked through, I don't mess with that kind of...
Yes, those totems are for every person I've killed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well,
I get bored in my time here, and I get creative, so
how many
each one
totems
mimics the
do I
person
recall?
that I've...
Was there like one in every tree?
There's a bunch. There's a lot.
Don't fuck with her. Got it.
Totems equal kill count.
You keep calling him Master to leave, Bill.
Okay.
Well, he was just exposed to someone with the Coronas like 2 weeks ago, so...
Get out.
Why? I was home for 2 weeks.
So, like she said, you're not the normal type that comes in. She's, I can, deal with your condition as of right now, but getting a message to your friends, I cannot help with that. You
Oh,
can...
that is fine. I don't necessarily need a message to my friends. Truly all I need is a way either back up and possibly the information for a way down.
She goes, I don't think I can help you getting back up. But going further deep, going by yourself would not be wise. I would rather hold that information till your party comes.
All right. All right.
And she says, huh?
She's about to misery him.
She says, in the meantime, and you notice that you're back to full health, and your skin is, you get, as I just looked it up, she cast heal on you.
Oh shit.
Boon of the kind murderer.
Choose a creature within range. A surge of positive energy watches over the creature, regaining 70 hit points. And then it ends the effect of you look and your skin is no longer translucent, and you are somewhat back to normal.
Oh, well, I do greatly appreciate it. Is there anything you want or wish for in return for such a great service?
This long bit.
You are now my manservant.
Somebody suck me. Have y'all seen Dave?
No.
Oh man, it's good.
Is it good?
The Little Dicky show. Oh, it's so good.
Do you by chance use coal around here to keep warm?
I have loads of it.
Because I can give you a lifetime supply.
She says, she's like, you are welcome to stay here until your party arrives. There's not much space for you to stay in here at my tower, but you're welcome to take camp. I can advise you where or where not to camp, but you could do what you will until your party arrives.
Okay, that is, I guess, fine with me. Where would you advise that I would set up camp?
There's an old cave that's rather moist.
She says, since I seen you already went through my forest with my totems, if you made it through this far, it should be safe to camp there. I advise do not set fires. The trees do not like that.
Alright, but otherwise I will not be disturbed by anything.
She knows he.
She says, you are free to pick the berries, gather fallen branches, collect acorns and pine cones, and rest on the moist moss-covered logs. But you are forbidden to chop down any trees, start fires, hunt, or any sort of destruction.
Okay.
Other than that, you are free to move around as you will.
And I'm okay to set up my tent.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, then Alright, well, I will head back to the tree line, I assume, and set up there. I probably won't set up too deep in the forest, so if you hear bells in the middle of the night, know that I'm probably being murdered.
Farewell.
Take luck.
Head out.
Alright, so you go up, kind of set out camp. I'll say you pick some berries, ate some stuff, rest a bit. You can take a short rest or whatever. Because then at this point, talking wise, there's probably 5 hours left till they wake up.
Okay,
So
well,
you can
I'll start a long rest.
Okay. At this point, the sending goes off, so you can respond how you want.
Where the fuck are you?
Hello, Howard.
Just wasting a
Or no, hello, Lord Phillips. I made my way to the next level by accident. Things are peaceful here. I met someone who can help.
I'll give since I didn't do it before.
Us.
She does have a description. Where she?
Well, given that, can I take back my one spell slot instead of talking to the Blackstaff? That because that would change what I would do. So I wouldn't know anything about the cure.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because that's really all the information you got, so you don't know that.
Alright, so we still don't know a cure, everybody. I will cast Sending again. Well, how do we get there? And what dangers can we expect?
Okay. Follow the river.
Through the woods.
I saw a boat in an alcove. Be careful of rapids.
Rapids.
Yeah, rapids.
And then there's woods here, the walls. So you gotta.
At the tree line, follow path. Don't mess with anything.
All right.
Walk wall.
I relay that information to everybody.
All right.
We went for a water.
Sounds like a not too hard of a way to get down there, I guess. We're looking for rapids.
So, are we done with our business on this level?
Wasn't there
Well, I
something
wanna
else we needed to
eat-
kill?
Breakfast real quick, if you guys don't mind. Just give me another hour to. We got a headache and drinking.
Wasn't there
Too
something
much
else
blue
that we needed to kill that was
There was something upriver, but
guarding
seeing as the
tongues or something?
situation with our friends here, if Matthias has found a cure for it, then I think we're better set heading down the river.
Jinkler, breakfast. Can you bring it to me?
I already brought you some before. Would you
Timeline
like more?
changed. No, timeline change. I'm just asking again.
Here you are, sir.
We only threw the puddle in the water.
And then I'm gonna attempt to take a short rest if everybody else allows me.
Yeah, we chill out for
We're
now.
just filling up water.
Yeah. And after a short rest, I gain my spell slots back.
Okay.
Did we get a boat? We got a boat, didn't we?
I just told you that there was a boat.
No. I thought we
The
had one
drow
up
offered
top.
us a boat if we helped them kill the Kuatoa.
But there's a boat on the way there.
Yeah, the current. Yeah. You told the drow that you killed the Koatoa. There's getting the dagger for Ragnarok people. The hobgoblins on the level above.
That was,
you were following the Iron Clan,
The Iron Eye.
the Iron Eye clan down here to get the dagger.
Which did we never really found anything about them, did we?
No, we know nothing of where they
There
exist.
was the tongue plant.
The Drow told you that they came through here and that they skipped out on their mission, so they like warned you to like not skip out on your mission because
But we're gonna skip out on our mission anyway.
I figured that.
Yeah, to kill the Croatoa. We didn't want to take them out. But that's right, isn't it?
Kuatoa.
Kuatoa? But was,
Toa, actually.
either way, there was a mission while we were up here to get the tongues and take
No, it was
back.
Kuatoa, right?
Yeah.
No, it was Koatoa.
I don't fucking remember.
Go
That
ahead.
was 2 months ago.
Go ahead.
I'm just happy both timelines are fucking caught up.
Yeah. But we were gonna
That
get
was
the,
a lot easier than the last one.
we were gonna get that tongue plant so we could get some more of those long rest potions.
Yes, but I don't believe we have much time for that.
No.
I don't like
At least we
being
got
like
rid
this.
of the aboleth for.
I would hate to get stuck in some sort of long endeavor, and our friends here start to
Yes.
walk away.
You
Because if you guys,
Walk around being like,
this
Did
is
we-
the map of you guys are here, Drow are over here. That's the guy that told you about.
Oh yeah,
the
we're
stuff.
way far away.
So the Koto is right here. So you guys kind of went through. That's where you are right now.
So
So
Well, at least the Koto will know that we've succeeded because the water should start to
You.
heal itself.
Yeah.
We don't really necessarily need to
Well,
talk to them for
I guess
anything.
do we need to go back to them to get the boat?
Well, as I told you,
was the Koatoa supplying the boat, or were the Drow
No,
supplying
it was just
the boat?
well, he said it was a boat just in the water.
Can I roll
yeah,
something to
there's
see
a
if I
boat up
remember
or downstream.
which
so.
way Matthias left?
Hmm?
Can I roll something to try to recall which way Matthias left so we could try to follow his path to find that alcove with the
Sure.
boat?
Give me a history check. I think I remember which one it was.
Well, I mean,
All roads lead to Rome.
8.
well, the way that I went for, I guess, your knowledge, Zane, is I just went back out the way that we came in and then just went down river.
Yeah.
I didn't take any of those little tunnel ways that we figured.
He just followed the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know where he left out of, but you don't remember where the boat was. You said.
And he left swimming.
So, I would recommend, Chip, do you still have water walking?
Yeah, I can cast that, but it's gonna be hard for these two guys. I mean, they could probably still dip down.
I don't mind being in the water.
I will say just because you can walk on water doesn't make it solid. So you can still
They could
like
still,
Yeah, well, that's
You're
what we were
literally
doing
like-
before.
Yeah.
I figured we
you
would
can still
at least,
force yourself underneath. So
When we
you
were
just
checking
pop
that
back
blip,
up.
that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
So, at least until we can get to the boat, I don't think it would be a bad idea, just us walking on the water. But
Yeah.
if you all would like to try to swim,
It'll get us there faster.
All right, I take 10 minutes and 6 seconds. Cast
At this point, you still have 3 hours left on your long rest because it was 5 hours in.
and cast water walking on all of us.
Okay.
You have it prepared, right?
Yeah, and it lasts for an hour.
Young Bull
All
2.
right. Yep, Young Bull too. I can.
What's
do a
Young
bunch.
Bull doing?
I don't know. What
Probably
is he
eating.
doing?
I don't know.
You're the DM.
begrudgingly following us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You see him actually like staring at the food and just smiling,
So we can save
just getting
the,
ideas.
the water canisters until we're in a place where you truly need them. And just let us know if you need a minute to dunk down.
I'd take a minute to refill my water skin, make sure it's topped off.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have water skin. Never mind. I don't do that.
And I'll just
He
assume
gave you one.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
do like one that have multiples.
I'll take one.
And
So
I'll
now
just
I have water
assume since
skin.
you guys are walking on the water that you guys will just dunk
Bye.
every 10 minutes.
Right.
We're not gonna.
I'm
We're not
going
gonna
to
have
put
to keep
5
playing.
pony kegs of water.
It's just not that fun since there's so much water around. If there was a little less water around, it'd be way more fun to keep track of.
Where does desert come from?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Weird. All the water dried up.
Which way do we want to go?
Well, we have to follow the river, so
Yep. So you guys
Alright.
walk out, and the current. You guys walk out the way he was, and the current's going to the left.
So let's go. And we all just start. Are we gonna run?
we'll just move at a normal pace.
All right.
All right.
You guys get
Keeping
about
an eye out for alcoves.
You guys get about 60 feet, and there's an alcove.
What's he see inside?
The floor of this damp alcove looks to be 7 feet above the water. Every surface is covered in slime. We'll say Young Bull since he's the tallest. He's you're both. It's only 7 feet. We'll say Young Bull spots it first. There looks to be in the back of the alcove a rowboat.
There it is.
There we go.
Exactly where he said it was going to be.
Can he see how many people can fit inside?
4.
Yes, it's only 4.
Oh, so somebody has to still walk.
And then
Well, I mean, walk really. I mean, we could all.
since you
row.
said 4 first, give me a perception check.
16.
16.
Oh wait, I have advantage. Is this for sight?
Mhm.
20.
You also notice that there is a 1 foot diameter hole in the hull of the boat.
Well, that boat's really not going to do anything for us. I mean, I can mend it and you can mend it. We can mend it at the same time.
It looks to be mendable.
So,
Are you getting up there? How are you getting up the
I'd like to perceive to make sure there's no dangers around.
You look, the alcove is only, it's like 15 wide, 20 foot deep. Like, deep in. But you look around, it seems to be fine.
And you said there's like moss and such.
It's slimy just like the rest of it, so it'd be tough to climb.
I'll say I'm going to approach the boat. Just keep an eye out. Watch my back.
Young will speak. Do you need lift?
Sure.
I was just thinking,
You
young
see,
bull
he
just
like he like grabs like the top of your thighs, like right like thumbs right under your like metal butt cheeks, and just kind of
Alright. So I will mend the boat.
give me a dexterity check or acrobatics. I'm slipping.
15.
15. You get up there. It's really slippery, but you seem to get your bearings right, and you can walk up to the boat.
Okay.
Mend away. Mend that hole. Looks
See if
good.
there's anything else on the boat or around it.
Actually, I can do that while you guys are mending. I can look for perceive while you guys are doing your thing.
oh, he's doing it by himself.
The fixing, the mending. Oh, okay, then
Did you want to get up there with him?
yeah, I can look around
You need help.
since he's busy. Yeah, sure.
Young Bull does the same thing, like thumbs right under the butt cheeks, top of thighs, and brings you up there.
Young bull looks butts.
20.
Is that dexterity? I mean, acrobatics.
Oh, I have to roll an acrobatics. I thought it was just perceiving.
Oh, is he just holding you up, or are you actually getting on?
You said he was holding me up like a baby. That's what you just said, right?
Is he lifting you onto the alcove, or just picking you up so you can see?
So I can see.
Okay. What's your perception?
20.
20. You look, and there's no dangers been there. But
So the boat is like on an alcove, so we need to get it down as well.
yeah. So the boat's fixed, but the oars look to be missing.
Figure that out.
I can stand out behind the boat if you guys want to ride in it, and I'll just push it.
But other than that, like your perception just looks like a slimy alcove with a beat up boat in the back.
So, young bull, will you assist me with getting this boat into the water?
He kind of tries to climb up it, but he just kind of puts his hands on top.
And I'll get behind it, and I'll just start to slowly push the boat
And
towards
he'll grab it, and I assume he's strong enough. And
Yeah,
just-
he's got large build or whatever it is.
And you see it kind of settle into the water, like you guys are walking firm, but it's
So I want to look around and see if there's any wood, if there's any of those plants that like kind of look like wood.
Oh, that mushroom, that wood-like mushroom. I
at
think
this
we have some of
part
that.
in the river. There's not much.
Do
You
have
guys
materials to
are-
craft something real quick?
It's
Here.
basically 18. That alcove right there.
Divine
So not much.
magic.
Honestly, I think I could just push you guys. Only 4 of us will fit in the boat. You 4 get in,
Apparently
and I'll
5.
push from behind you.
All right, I'm fine with that.
You don't want me push. If that's how
I'm-
Young Bull sounds.
I'm
Sorry, Will.
small enough that if something happens, he said something about rapids, I can just hold on tight and water ski behind you guys. I feel like you might catch on something.
Okay.
Even though technically you guys are the same size in D&D physics.
Well, I understand that, but he's 7 foot tall and I'm 4 foot.
So this is what I'm going to do. I have a rope of climbing. I'm going to have it tie around me and then tie around the ship. And I'm just going to hold on to the boat. So if something
Are you in the back?
happens-
Are you in the boat?
Yeah, I'll stay to the back.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll hold on tight to the boat. So if something happens, we're both tied off. And
Okay.
since he has water walking,
I'll
he made it all
sit.
braceless.
I'll sit in front of him. So second from back is where I'll
Okay.
be sitting.
Yeah. So
it
2 in
can
front, 2 in
hold-
back.
The rope can hold 3,000 pounds magically. So like, if I tell it to keep taut, basically it's like a solid bar like between the
Okay,
two of
that's
us.
fine.
So
I want to sit up front so I can see the rapids.
Okay. So.
And then Young Bull's in front of me.
Okay. I'll say you guys get a weird sensation getting into the boat because you're technically not water walking anymore. So you feel the boat move,
Yeah.
like it's about to tip over, but you like put your hand down and it's like okay, solid but not solid.
It's hard to center weight mass with. Well, I guess you on one side, him on the front. You're kind of equaling it out.
It's fine. It'll work.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm going to
For
send-
roleplay, it's a little awkward, but it's not.
I'm going to have
affect
Paulie go about 15 feet ahead of us, and if he notices something, I want him to come back to us. And
Before you, if I see you sending him out, and I'll just look at you and say, "You want Kylie to take a ride with him?"
sure.
And then
And Paulie
Kylie will crawl on Paulie's back, and Kylie will catch a ride with Paulie.
Okay. So you guys are off. You're
That's
pushing.
That's our new buddy cop movie.
So basically,
Are you the new motor?
so I tell Paulie if he sees any like downward water motions, any crazy water that's about to come up, to fly back and let us know.
Okay. So you guys keep trekking.
Break time?
Oh, that's right. Nettie.
Is it that time?
Yeah,
that's
it's 7.
Yep.
It's 7:40.
Well, break time.
Yeah.
Nettie's on the way back.
All right.
We'll be back in 10 to continue this water. And we're back. Thanks for waiting. Hope you're still around.
How many viewers we got?
2.
Ooh, we got 2. Hey, thanks.
Thanks for sticking around or showing up.
Yeah.
Whichever you did.
This is the first session back in like 2 months, so
Yeah.
we'll get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, we'll get back up to our 3 viewers that we usually have.
Hey, we
Yeah.
had 7 that one time.
So you guys are making the trek. 4 people in the boat. 1 person's the motorboat. Motorboat, son of a bitch. And you guys in the boat keep going. You guys come down, hit the bend. So you guys were here, got the boat coming down, coming around. There are 2 streams that look like they head back in the same direction, and then there is a little beachfront that's right there.
Are we stopping or are we keeping going?
Keep going.
Would
see the beachfront?
Polly and Kylie see it before we do?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you see like a little tunnel.
Kylie is
that goes
going
back.
to do a perception check for that.
Good.
I need somebody.
That is a 6.
6. She didn't see much.
Okay.
It's a nice beach in this slimy cave. It's a slimy beach, and there's a tunnel going afterwards.
All right, and she communicates back to me that it's nothing. And I say, "There's a beach coming up."
As you guys
Nothing
get
of
up,
interest.
are you, since it's not really that wide, are you guys going in the middle, kind of steering it towards it? Because it's literally 30 feet wide.
What's that?
The beach?
No, the river.
Oh. I'll
So are you
probably
guys
be
in the center?
middle.
Are you moving
I'll
towards?
probably be in the middle.
Okay.
I'll send a glance down the beach real quick.
Okay. As you look down the beach, there is the slimy beach is littered with dead crabs and fish, and there looks to be random some kind of crude fishing equipment, and that's all you can see from right there.
Looks like a fishing spot.
By the way, keep an eye out for another boot.
Oh yeah, we found 1 boot of elven kind. We're looking for the second.
I forgot about that.
And if I did find out where the second one was, I have forgotten that. So if it comes up, it comes up.
Cool. If not, just toss it in there randomly somewhere.
Yep, it'll be somewhere.
Hallister has it.
It's on his foot.
It's on his foot.
All
That's
right.
a lot to go through.
Ooh, my boot!
And that's why he was. That's why he was so upset, and he
Why
instantly
so-
turns good when we
Yeah.
return him the other
Right.
shoe.
And the sneakers.
My favorite boots. You guys pass up the beach, keep going down.
Yeah.
There's more little river alcoves that keep going. You keep going down. Going down,
I feel like we're missing a lot of stuff on this level. but Let's go!
These are just looks like little dock spots. So you kind of just like park your boat, get out, and walk down, and then park your boat, get out, and walk down. Do you guys care?
Do you guys hear banjos? Let's keep going.
No.
And you guys keep on trekking. And once you get past that, you definitely notice that the water speeds up.
Guys, this is not moving under dwarf power anymore.
You'll be okay.
I'm just gonna hang on to the back.
I know you said you wanted, once Polly saw that things were starting to get a little
So I
rough.
would warn. She'd come back and kind of squawk, and I'd say, I think we're headed for rough waters.
Okay.
Do you want to stop?
I kind of just skate off the back of it,
Holding on to the rope that's now a pole.
holding onto the rope. I'm jet skiing on the back of this bitch at this
Okay.
point.
So you guys start going down, starts to get a little rough, water's getting a little faster, then you start seeing that first waterfall. Are you still hanging?
Guys,
Polly would let us know.
Are we
there's-
Still have water walking?
yes, it lasts for an hour. So as long as it's been less than an hour.
There's a waterfall coming up.
I would. You might want to hop out.
Fuck it, let's just take the boat with us.
I leap out and land on the water.
Okay. It's moving on the top.
Do you want me to roll a check or
No,
a
you'll be
save?
alright.
Okay, alright.
It's one of those like
You can stand, but you notice like it's moving.
Yeah.
And
one of
it's
those taxis
starting to
at the
push your
airport.
feet from the little pressure at
Yeah.
the top, but you can still walk.
Okay.
So,
So
are
I'm
we
like
gonna,
kind of walking backwards to stay in place.
Yeah.
are we gonna walk down this thing?
I'll ride the boat down.
I don't see
You're
why
not
not.
going down? Okay.
I'm gonna
stay
stand
in
up.
the
Where's
boat?
Polly at?
I'm stand up on the
I
boat.
hopped out.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
So we're still
You're
tied
still
together.
tied together.
We're still tied together. I was
uh,
gonna say tie me to the
And,
boat. but I'm glad
I
we
guess
didn't.
Young Bull would probably jump.
Nah, Young Bull rides that bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo,
You and Young Bull are riding down
all right.
Splash Mountain.
Yep.
That's not what I
All right. So you guys take
Maybe
the
not
first
bad.
hit down. How much hit points does a boat have? Let's see.
Oh, I have it pulled up for you, actually.
Do you?
Is
A
that what
rowboat?
I did pull
Yeah,
up
yeah,
the
go
rowboat.
for me.
So the
No,
rowboat,
You got hurt falling down the fucking.
What are the
Yeah.
stats on
the
the
rowboat has a armor class of 11, and it's got 50 hit points.
Ooh, okay.
So as we see this coming,
Is there a
I'm
threshold
going
at all?
to
No.
I'm gonna slide on the gloves of the Umberhawk, and I'm gonna walk towards the wall with the rope still tied around him, and I'm just gonna hold onto the wall.
Are you a cliff?
Carl, do you mind? Can I hop a ride on your back?
Sure.
I
I'm just
climb up on him,
dangling.
and I've got my
Hold
arms.
They're going down the waterfall.
Okay.
They're going down the waterfall.
You're spider monkeying him, and I'm just swinging.
So, first waterfall. Ooh,
You got a
okay.
hammer?
That's what you get for fucking around.
Having fun. Oh.
Give me an athletics check. Same thing for Young Bull.
Young Bull's woo.
19 plus,
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics?
which I think
Athletics.
is pretty freaking good for Young Bull.
There's gonna be some strength to hold on to this fucking boat.
18.
Ooh, okay, so you both survived the first one. It hits
We're
going
watching
down,
this.
but it's still. You could see like some splinters go when it landed. It's a little more rickety, and you guys are going.
Do we see the next drop?
Not yet.
Okay.
You have dark vision, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Young Bull.
Why
does.
don't you
He
just
should.
fly
Young
down?
Bull does now, yeah.
He's got the goggles tonight.
So you can see pretty well. Like there's no sight of the anything next, but you'll see.
I'll turn back. We're okay.
I can see 120
So,
I
so
can see you
even
guys.
with the claws of the Umberhawk, when you grab the wall, it grips, but not as good as you think it would. But it's still you have a decent grip.
So I want to hold on to the point where I can just look down and see how far the drop is.
I'd say it's about. I rolled 3, so 30 feet.
30 feet. So, Chip, Howard, are we just diving
I was gonna try to walk.
I don't think it works that way.
vertically?
Yeah, okay, good luck.
I'm gonna read.
All right, man.
I want to read Waterwalk.
It doesn't. It's still a sheer face, and you're going to fall.
Like you don't.
It doesn't
like,
defy gravity like
suction
spider walk.
to the.
I'm just gonna fucking
It
belly,
doesn't work like
belly
that.
slide down like a penguin.
But what if you had both of them on?
As you say, it's not like spider walk. I cast spider walk on myself.
And then I grip onto your back.
Like a
Since you
spider.
said I was, you gave me consent, so I'm gripping onto you. Like I've got my arms around your neck, and I'm like holding on like this, and then my legs are wrapped around your waist.
Okay. It doesn't say it. I think I granted you guys the thing about forcefully going underneath.
Yeah.
So, with the gloves and casting spider walk on myself, can I try to climb down instead of diving?
I'll say it helps.
Okay. Howard's on my back.
Okay.
I weigh
give
currently.
me an athletics check.
No chips are dangling.
Can I have it at advantage because of both of those things?
Yes.
Currently, I weigh.
Because it's the magical walls that you can't really climb and stuff. So I'm
155.
trying to...
You
Plus-
said athletics?
Yeah.
I normally have advantage on athletics. So,
When you get...
195 pounds is how much I weigh.
Okay.
That's with all my gear and me.
Okay.
16.
All right, you make it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do I need to?
What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna water slide.
Do you want to make a roll because I'm hanging on to him? I've
Yeah.
got my legs and arms like basically like
Yeah.
locked around.
I don't want to add
Athletics
extra
check.
weight to this because I weigh a lot.
And you see Nettie just like,
As he starts going, you hear me say something in deep speech, and I cast Guidance on myself.
Oh, on yourself? Just in case you fall?
9. Oh no, athletics. 7.
You release.
I'll say you get like 10 feet down,
Yeah.
and then it's just the water and the wetness is just too much.
I'm too slimy.
And you.
Oh yeah, because you're still slimy
Yep.
hands.
It's like,
Oh yeah, because you're translucent and slimy.
and you just feel the weight of me disappear from your back.
You take
This got easier.
you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So you kind of hit the water. It
Bounces off.
kind of. Like normally you would take probably like no damage, but since you have water walk on, it kind of like hits but then releases and lets you go underneath and you
springs
kind
a
of
little
plop
bit.
back up. So
Fuck.
So you take some.
It knocks the air out of me.
And
Feels
that's-
like you just hit the ground, but you're
Yeah.
like swimming on the
And
water.
that's why I did the water slide.
Yeah, give me a dexterity.
So is he still
Alright.
moving?
I mean, it took 8 damage.
No, I mean like, is he like headed down the water? Could
No.
I catch up and try to? See
I'll
if
say
I can
he's
get
like
back on my
slowly
back?
moving.
I
So
pick myself back up and I'm just like, oh fuck. And then I start like walking on the water like it's a
Dexterity.
treadmill.
Yeah.
What?
Uh,
Staying in
Check
place.
saving throw, acrobatics.
Me and Young Bolt just looking at all this transpiring.
You guys are just
18?
going.
Yeah, you make it.
Bye.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and then just Can I see another waterfall?
Not yet.
Okay.
And by the time you guys get down, the water's moved so fast that you don't see them anymore.
Oh shit.
So I
Because
saw-
you fell, you guys are kind of like, okay, tie off, okay, walk down.
Yeah,
Like, they're
I
gone.
look in their
They're
direction.
gone.
I'm like, where the fuck are
They're
they?
gone.
We need to move.
I don't know. I've reached my hand out and tried to help you up.
Let's
I've already
Set up by
got
top.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
let's
Sorry.
walk until we get to something else needed for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
we start
you guys come up on another waterfall.
Riding it.
Ooh, it's getting there. Okay.
We just hear woo.
You roll athletics checks. And
You rolling his athletics check?
Yeah, I'll do it again. 19 again.
12.
12.
That's fine. I'll give it to you.
What is
Boat's getting a little more rickety. I forget how many waterfalls you had, but I'm just
I
gonna
don't
roll
even-
with it.
I don't remember having any waterfalls.
Yeah, you
I
rolled
remember
down.
being
You got
like,
hurt a
So
lot.
you guys walk
going
another
down
like
the
100
waterfalls.
feet or so, and you guys
I
come
just
up on
remember
another
just being, like,
waterfall.
super
About the
So
same
I
excited.
height.
cast guidance on
Rock every
myself
once in a
and tell
while.
Howard to get on my back.
Okay.
And then
I'll
I
cast
try
guidance
to
on
get to
myself
the-
as I get onto him.
I really hope at the end
Try
of this
to
whole
get a
thing
better
we see
grip.
Young Bolt
Okay.
got like mouse ears.
Same
Fall
thing.
down.
Athletics.
We don't know how they got there, but they're there.
Right. There's an image that sticks out of the wall.
I
of
rolled at
young-
advantage last time by accident, by the way. But I mean, it still failed anyway.
Okay.
So that's
I like your honesty.
17.
Mm. Depends on if he held.
So that's a 3
Oh!
with advantage.
Jeez.
A 3 with advantage?
I rolled a fucking 1 and a 3, or 1 and a 3, and then on the 3 it was a -1.
What do the claws give you?
Well, with the claws, it actually goes off of strength, or it goes off my intelligence. So it
Yeah.
would have actually been a
And then spider climb is
7.
still on you, right?
7. Okay. What was your dexterity?
17.
17. So you make the lovely water slide again. You're like, I got this grip this time.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. And then
sorry.
Carl gets there just like that one rock, and it's just like actually like you
Tumbles
grip the rock, but the rock comes loose, and you're just like,
Uh-oh.
You both take 10 bludgeoning damage as you fall 30 feet and just like
10.
10.
Fuck!
Did we see them out?
And if it helps, you had a good grip the whole way down.
Yeah. I did not let
It
go.
depends on how they land. Does Howard take an extra?
You guys are like jetting ahead.
Okay.
As you're falling, you're like slowly rotating, so Carl lands first. And so he breaks your fall.
There we go.
Alright, you look up, still no sign of the boat. One more waterfall.
Yells cushion my father. Carl realizes he's a metal robot.
Oh, it's not bad. So the boat survives. Athletics.
There we go.
Hey.
That was a 2.
15.
But I don't know what
15.
his... Let me see if I
I
can
think his
find
strength
him.
is +6.
I think I'm gonna do something different here that I should have done a while ago.
Levitate.
No,
Fly.
no.
So, Young Bull's not here, but we'll say the boat lands and it just hits and just bounces Young Bull out. So he hits a rock and takes 8 bludgeoning damage, but you sit there and it lands and you're like, woo! And your boat just like, the boat got a lot lighter. And you like look and he's gone. He's just laying there.
This was the best ride ever.
Does a 9 change any of that?
No.
He has a +7 to athletics, so...
This was great.
And once you land and keep going, you start to see, because now you start to see an opening, and once you pass through the opening, it opens up into a nice forest, but it's moonlit. So there's a full moon, and it's somewhat bright out.
So before I kept going, if I was the only one in there, I would have got out to wait for them.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm gonna. When we fall again, I get up
Use the boat.
Yeah.
and oh wow, there's nothing. Wait, let's do this. There, plus this.
And I'll give Young Bull a hand up.
Okay. So you just let the boat keep going? Yeah. Okay.
I like the idea of just stepping out of the boat right onto the water.
Hey! I thought you were going to clap and blow
So what
it
is
into
Lord
your
Phillips doing?
I get up and I'm like, this is fucking stupid, and I cast polymorph on myself. And I change myself into a giant eagle.
Okay. There you go.
And
I was hoping you'd turn yourself into a fish, because I'm like, you still have water walk on. It'd be funny.
and
So are you a translucent, slimy giant?
I turn into a giant eagle and just sort of look at you guys.
And you see like the shape of an eagle, but the tips of the feathers are just like have this residue on it, and they're not made out of like feathers.
So
It's
I'm
just
gonna put the gloves away, and I'm gonna take out the rope, and I'm actually gonna tie it to myself, and then tie it to him as the eagle.
Okay.
So kind of like tie myself to him. So
I was
can
going to let you
race.
grab me with your talon then.
And there's enough rope I can tie him to it as well. It's 50 feet. So
And then I'll grab on with my talons onto his shoulders, and I'm gonna just fly and fly down.
Yep. We'll say I'll just let it all happen. I like it. Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Since I never give it out. Ever. And you guys make it to the next waterfall, and you see guys sitting there helping up Young Bull, and the boat's gone. You guys don't see the boat anymore, and
can I perceive the area and just see if I notice anything?
As we're flying
still in
down.
the cave.
Yeah, just because we're with them now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see like the little opening that he sees, but then I just want to perceive the area to see if there's any other pathways or anything like that.
As of right now,
Just straight tunnel.
I want to dunk my head under the water and see if I see anything that could have like washed down shore,
Like a
and,
boot.
collected.
at the mouth, you see some stuff collected. Just like little trinkets, maybe articles of clothing. I'll say there's like a coin or two, but at this point the rapids are a little strong, so it would have pushed most of it
Are you still a bird?
out.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the bird come from?
And where am I?
That's Howard.
Cute.
How long would it have taken them to get down here?
That whole trip, I'll say, took probably like half an hour.
Okay.
So there's still like 2.5 hours left.
Well, boat's gone.
Oh, so I gotta
half.
bump it down. So now it's okay. Yeah, we'll say the moon's out.
While you still have your phone, should we take a quick gander of the skies and what might be below?
Yeah, but he's an eagle, not a goose.
So we're still in the tunnel, or did we get to where?
Still in the tunnel. You guys haven't walked. You can see the opening and see the moonlight coming down, and you like look out. There's a cliffside on this side. The river comes, and then you can see the grass, and then like some trees out there. And that's pretty much all.
So I'm gonna just kind of get a running start, and then like take flight like above the river, and then when I get through the opening, I'm gonna fly up.
That's fine. Is everyone else walking out or still staying?
Chip
in
and
there?
I are still tied to him.
That is
Unless
hilarious.
Chip didn't want to.
Yeah, no, I'm still with you.
So you're gonna leave them
on,
too?
It's like I can't communicate because I don't speak anything right now. So
Okay.
What's
You are
your
all being on the
intelligence
ground, so that's up to you guys. Are you guys?
Because you
still-
don't
I
keep
would have
your own
stayed on because I want to
intelligence.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I was given a chance to
I hope
dismount.
I hope I didn't get
So-
dragged. And then
Yeah. So you see all your friends, or two of your friends, carried by a giant eagle, and then they kind of stop, go. You guys good? And then they fucking kept going. Everybody all right?
I'm like,
and then so I'll get out, and then once I hit the mouth, I'm gonna fly up 100 feet, if I can, or as high as I can probably get to get a good view of this area.
I'll say
I
it
hope you
looks.
can breathe. I know I can.
It looks like you can fly pretty high.
Okay.
I'll say you get 70, 80 feet, and nothing's happening.
Okay, I'm gonna fly
Yeah,
higher
go.
so I can get like a better view. I'm gonna go up. I would say up another. How far? What distance can I see across the horizon? That's gonna judge how high I fly. Do I see a tower anywhere? Because you did tell us about a tower, right? No, you didn't.
the house.
So I'm gonna fly as high as I can see a structure. Did you tell us direction? North?
I told you. The only thing that I told you really about this place is the wall.
Yeah, he said follow the
So I'm gonna look for a wall.
Okay.
You want me to roll perception for it?
I'm
also
gonna let
remember-
you tell me how high you're flying.
Well, the other thing you remember
Well,
saying that is I was
I'm
saying,
asking because dependent on what I could see is going to depend on how much higher I'm going to go. So I need to know what I can see from being like, what did you say, 70 feet up?
yeah.
So what can I see 70 feet up?
When you first come out, I think you're bringing them up. If anything goes wrong, they're dropping 80 feet. I like it. Something's gonna go wrong. When you guys fly up, I think I still have. So you guys come out. I know I drew 4s before, but I think those are actually part of.
Because I'm basically trying to look for a wall.
So you guys came out of the mouth. This is a cavern up. And here, that's where the wall is.
That was Lenny.
Lenny and George.
I don't remember.
Can't see that.
What? You have a device in front of you that will help you with that.
I'm trying to recall them. Trying to recall them.
The mouth opening to about right here.
we talking
From a
Is, yeah.
Me and Wolf.
The band?
Is about 300 feet.
Well, Will just got down before.
Yeah.
Should I head over?
Probably not.
So you fly pretty high, or you get up, you can see. You can't see much. There's basically big columns that just kind of looks like it plateaus. So you can either go and try and go above those to see on the other side, or just keep going straight. See.
I'm gonna fly forward and I'm gonna see if I can. I need to spot this wall, so
Okay.
I need to know.
So you go forward about 300 feet, and then you pop out on the other side of this, and then you see another one. There's a cliffside over here, and then there's a wall with some buildings right here.
All right.
I'm gonna make a perception check from up here.
I'm going to fly down
Okay.
and towards this.
What are we playing till?
9:30.
Yeah, 9:30.
Me and Young Boy just watched them as we're walking.
Yeah. When you guys walk out, you see that they went pretty far. The moonlight, you kind of spot them since you both have dark vision. But same thing, you guys walk out. There's kind of a forest, but there's a big plateau kind of mountain and a big plateau kind of mountain right there.
So I'm gonna say to them as we're flying, just a reminder, we were instructed not to mess with anything. So let's avoid destroying anything.
Of course.
So we'll do our best to try to go in the direction that we saw.
Okay. So we'll say you guys get out, or you're just gonna follow the river down. Okay.
How long have I been flying for?
What's the speed of a giant eagle?
80 feet fly.
So
And I've been dashing.
30
essentially.
seconds.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright. I'm
And then-
making a perception check.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna land at where I see that wall.
Okay.
25.
And you see a wall here, a break, a wall here, and then a set of buildings. That's right there.
So 25
While you're up there.
perception. Yeah.
You see mostly the same.
Do I see a tent or anything? Do I see a clearing?
No.
Tower? Just a wall?
Yeah, just a wall and that building. That's right there.
Because, I had to walk a very long time before I got to the clearing. So.
Well, I don't know how high up we went, how high the trees are, if there's a way that I could...
And then once I drop them off, I look at where the rope's tied off to me, and I just kind of nudge at it, like.
I release it.
And then once he unknots it and releases it, I'm going to take off. And then I'm going to go back in the direction that we flew from.
Okay. So back to like the cave opening.
Yeah, to look for Geist and Youngbull.
You see they have emerged from the cave and they are walking along the side of the river.
I'm going to attempt to pick them up.
Okay.
I land.
What's the giant eagle's strength?
It's 16. So I'm gonna land, and I kind of look at Youngbull, and I do like a motion towards my this way, and then whatever he decides to take from that.
So we saw buildings, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask Chip if he wants to come with me to just try to peek into the buildings to see what might be inside them.
Yeah, alright.
Let's do this stealthily, just in case there's something inside that wants to hurt us, I guess.
That's fine, let's go.
So when you guys land, there are trees growing along the side of the river. They look to be the biggest ones. Sorry, what'd you guys say you were doing?
I was talking to Will.
What'd you guys say you were doing?
I wanted to look in, see if I could peek into the building and
Okay.
see what's inside.
From where he dropped you, that building looks to be about 100 feet away. Is that okay?
Oh, okay. I thought he dropped us by the little gate where it looked like there was like a building there.
I dropped you guys at the basically where that pillar and the wall met, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I dropped you guys off at.
Yeah. So
That's the play. That was closest to the river, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
That
I'm
was
gonna
my
draw
plan.
this really small. So
Yeah, so we drop you riverside.
There's the
buildings
river.
around
that's that. And then there's a wall that goes this way.
And we came from what, this direction?
You guys came this way.
Yeah, so I would have dropped them right here.
He's right there. So there's a break. The wall continues down. And then there's a building. And then the wall continues, and then that's where
How tall is the wall?
the walls are. They are 20 feet high.
I want to spider climb up to the top of it and just stealthily peek over and see if I notice anything.
Okay, so just right at
Yep.
the closest spot. Okay, so on this side, there's trees. It's kind of dark out. Well, yeah, it's about 9 p.m. ish. The trees look kind of bright green, kind of sparse apart. When you get up and look over, you see another wall that goes that way. And then all the trees on this side, they're a lot more dense.
This pillar, what does it look like?
It looks just kind of like a stone plateau that's kind of up. And if you look up, you can kind of see the top of it.
Does it look like... I'll just climb up it to see what's on top, just in case there's something up there.
Okay.
I'll continue to wait on the ground and watch.
Okay, so while you're climbing, you're bringing everyone back.
So I can carry 240 pounds.
Okay. I think Young Bull's that.
Yeah. So,
I kind of let it go with those two, but then I was like, Young Bull's way bigger.
Yeah. So I can
We'll
carry...
say 2 trips.
Yeah, so I'll pick up Young Bull first, and then I'll just kind of look at you and just like screech.
You hear him.
240.
And then
As you fly, I'm still gonna keep walking.
yeah, and then I'm gonna fly down where I knew I dropped them off, where the wall and the pillar meet. And do I see them anywhere still?
I'm still at the. on the ground
You
by
see
the pillar.
him, and then
Okay, so
you
you see me approach.
If you look, you see him climbing up this
Okay.
pillar.
And then I will land, and then Young Bull hops off, and then I just screech again, and then I take off back in the direction to go get
Okay.
Young Bull.
So you're on pickup duty. So you start climbing this pillar. You get to about 100 feet where like the actual like crest should be, and you go to reach with your claws, and you just can't reach it. So it looks like basically like here it is, and you just can't get your fingers around the top to pull yourself up.
So I'm gonna tap the top of it where it looks like it would be like open air and see if I hit anything solid.
If you hit up, it feels solid. But when you look at it, it is an open sky. You still feel the breeze, but it's
All right, and I'm gonna climb back down.
okay.
Well,
Is there any-
Chip,
Because it
it seems there's a
16
protective
times 15
dome
is
over this whole
that's
area.
for carrying capacity.
Explains why it
You're
looks like
actually
this.
picking something up.
When I got to the top,
Yeah,
I
well,
tried
he
to
was
reach
riding
for
on
the
my back,
top
too.
of the rock, and I actually hit a solid
Well,
surface.
but you also have large beasts.
that's
so multiply
really
that by
weird.
2.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he actually
So if
carried
you're
both of
going
them.
on carrying capacity.
Okay, that's fine. Either way,
But if you're going up the push directly,
Yeah.
it's 60.
I was gonna try to
It's 2
fight it.
feet. Or 2
Yeah.
All right, you get everyone back. He comes climbing back down and explains what
So
he found up
when
there.
everybody comes back down, I let you guys know.
When everyone's
when I-
back, are you still an eagle, or are you gonna transform back?
I should be able to drop concentration on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a free action.
I'll wait. I'm gonna wait with it.
Okay.
How much time has passed since I casted it?
Couple minutes. I'll say 5.
Okay. I am gonna walk over to
Because
the
all you did
stream.
was pick up them, move, talk, and then move back and forth.
I'm gonna walk over to the stream and just sort of like roll around in the water.
Okay.
And I let you all know when you come that I climbed up the pillar here to try to get to the top of it, and when I tried to reach for the top, I actually noticed that the air is solid. So it appears that there's some sort of protective dome over this whole area.
I go, I screech again, and then I go, and I take off up, and I, when I notice I'm getting towards the top of the pillar, I'm gonna slow myself down, and then like try to go high as slow as possible.
At about 100 feet, it stops you. You can't crest the top of that plateau.
I'm gonna fly, and then I'll use my beak to pick at the sky, and see if anything like comes out.
I'll say when you like peck it, same thing because you had the claws on, like a little bit of like crumble
Okay,
comes down.
and then I'll fly.
But same
down.
thing, it looks like
And then actually, I'm gonna move out away from the pillar and see if I can just maybe 50 feet. we'll
Like
say,
which
or
way?
80 feet. I can only fly 80 feet, so I'll just
So you went up like right here to the top.
yeah. So I'll fly diagonally that
So
way.
like here.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just feel around, just
Yeah.
peck around.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll land back down next to him, and I'll just screech at you.
Whoever's kind of standing around, because most people are right here. It's not that far away. Let's say you go across the river. You guys notice a little boat that's there, and then there looks to be a little alcove that's behind it, and it looks to be moored off. You see like a stake and a rope, and it's kind of just bobbing in the water.
Actually, with my ability to be able to talk to people through their minds, would I be able to technically speak common at least?
Rule of cool? I would say yes.
Because you still hold like your innate stuff, I guess.
I'll look at it.
I don't care.
while-
I'll
yeah.
let it happen.
I'll look. I'll double check while you guys
Okay.
are doing stuff. I'm just curious for future because I may use this for future stuff too.
So I'm gonna tell
especially,
Paulie
like, turn those
with
things
Kylie
smaller and
on
just
him
talk to people
to
from
fly over to
Spider
that little
Phone.
dock area and just look around, and if he notices anything worth notating, to come and peck me on my shoulder.
Like, also only as smart as a giant eagle.
Which has one of the best intelligences of creatures that you could turn into.
No, well, it's 8. Its intelligence is 8, but its wisdom is pretty high. It's like 14.
Besides the night sky, is there any illumination at all?
Oh no, so I wouldn't be able
Is
to.
there any illumination
I wouldn't be
at
able
all
to do it.
from around?
From where you guys are at now. It's basically just the full
It just
moon.
basically you assume basically everything from its new form.
And then the
Yeah, it's
wall
not
is
like
still
wild
there?
shape where you keep some of your own stuff.
Yeah.
Let me finish Polly. So, Polly comes back. I assume they're just scouting, and then appears to be an intact wooden boat that is tied off, and it has 2 oars in it. And then there's a. Does it say how big that alcove is? Don't think so. I'll just say it's like a 10-foot wide kind of little alcove that's going in there.
So does anybody know which way we need to go?
Should have followed the wall.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
there's a bunch of
Follow
walls.
the wall.
Oh,
Before we go, I'm kind of interested in this alcove. Anybody would like to join me? I'd just like to take a look.
I screech at you and just kind of look at my back.
Oh, all right. And I'll use the rope and tie on.
okay.
And then fly him over the stream, and then
Well, it hasn't been an hour. It's still water walk, right?
Yeah, but
Let's
use
I don't know that. I'm an
That's why I
eagle.
climbed up the pillar. I still got spider wall.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, whatever. That's fine. So you both have water walk. I'll just say,
I have water walk and spider walk.
yeah.
And I'm flying.
No, I can
You're not-
traverse
No
no
surface.
no surfaces will be able to get you down.
So the river is a boot.
It's a boat.
It is a boot.
20 feet wide.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 70 feet wide.
Oh wow. I can get you over there fast then, because I have 80 feet fly.
So do you drop them on the water? Do you?
I just land on the other side of the of the river.
There is no other side. It's cliff face.
The entrance
Oh.
to the alcove.
Yeah, sorry.
How big is the
So-
alcove?
So this is a same
Yeah.
thing, a plateau that kind of.
So how big is the alcove?
I'd say about 5 to 10 feet. Like one person could probably go down in there.
I'll hover next to it, I guess, and
Okay.
And I'll take out my maul and I'm gonna light it up because it's like the radiant one that I themed as like the whatever. And so I turn it around, I light it up, and I just kind of shine the light in the alcove and see if I notice anything.
then I'm gonna when he lights it up too, I'll look around as well. since I have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
Yeah, after looking at the map, I will adjust it to say it's 5 feet wide, just because it's a lot skinnier than the one block. But you kind of look through, and it just looks like a 5-foot tunnel that looks to go in about 10, 15 feet, and then turn to the right.
So I will. I'm gonna look at you and say, be ready to get help.
I sort of like screech at you confusingly.
And Nettie will take the forefront, and we're just gonna slowly walk in, so I can just take a look to see what.
Doesn't Nettie have water walk too? That was
Yeah.
not stated in the beginning.
He cast it on all of us.
Up to 10 people.
Also, I rolled a 24 on my perception check to look in this alcove.
Okay.
Oh, so the alcove is filled with water too.
No, it's dry.
That's what I'm headed into the alcove.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Nettie's in front of me, and we're just both seeing what's inside the alcove.
Okay. As you guys start moving through the alcove, it's like 5 foot wide, and then it kind of turns, and then it looks to fork left and right. Where's the map?
All right.
You hear me, like, when I see you, like,
I
get around the corner,
When
I
see the
screech at you.
fork, I stop and I come back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see if I can get the rest of them to come along, because I don't want to go in by myself.
Okay.
I screech loudly when you beckon them over.
This would be much easier. I understand it's probably fun being an eagle, but I don't understand you.
I drop concentration, turn back into myself, and I go, shouldn't we go look for Matthias first, instead of wandering off with just the 4 of us? And I shake off a few feathers, and I'm like, fucking weird.
I guess so. I just was kind of curious. Didn't think it would hurt, just seeing what's in there.
Speaking of hurt, is everybody hurt?
A bit, but I'm okay.
I've got probably a broken rib, maybe. I don't know, and I press on him.
Is everyone back on the
Oh,
other side
fuck.
now?
No, we're still on this side.
Okay.
I would beckon them over, though, just to speak at the
I
front
head
of the
across.
cave.
Okay.
You coming?
Who has
I
the
got it.
highest perception? You do. So before you start to like head over across the water, you kind of look, and into the forest you see 2 elks just standing there, just watching you guys. And you see like they're every time you guys move, they're just looking. They don't move forward. They're just standing there looking.
We were told not to mess with anything down here. So
Yeah, I know. You don't have to remind me as I'm looking down the at basically like talking to Carl, looking into the alcove.
I don't think we got to you yet.
Do I see these?
I was more saying this to young.
Oh.
I
There.
was,
You
yeah,
guys are
we're
still
on the
there,
other
there's-
side,
yeah,
and I
okay.
like young Bolt.
So do I
We
see
were
these
told not.
So do I see these elves?
If he points it out, yeah.
I'll say, look, we were told not to mess with anything, but there are 2 elk over there watching us.
I guess we could go find Matthias. I just figured he seemed safe for the time being.
I mean,
So let's go over to them real quick.
whatever you think is wise.
So we walk across, I guess.
We ran into a lot of issues staying split up, and right now we are split up.
Yes, it seemed with what he was saying that the people around here are not too bad. I was just kind of wondering who owned this boat.
So is everyone on the river
Yeah,
by the alcove?
we headed over.
Yep. So all the new people, there's a tethered up rowboat with oars and the 5-foot alcove.
Well, we know where a boat is if we need it now, since ours is gone.
I shouldn't steal down here.
Yeah, we were told not to mess with anything.
All right, well, let's follow the wall and see if we can find our friend.
Okay, so you guys walk back across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're going back. Okay, let's go see if we can find Matthias.
What, on like a flat ground, what's a normal seeing distance? 300 feet?
Probably.
ish.
We had that conversation.
Yeah,
I said 500.
It depends. I mean, if you're looking across like open plain, you can see for miles. But
Yeah, it's blurry at a distance, but you should
Okay.
be able to see large objects.
Yeah, I guess that is the whole thing because like you can see to the other side of a football field.
yeah,
I mean, that's 300
Let's see
feet. Oh, that's
detail.
real close.
yeah.
I would
and
say-
you can see beyond.
I would say like past maybe 100 feet, you would see large objects, but they would be blurry.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some of us have magical things that make us see a lot better.
Okay.
Well, in the darkness.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
Well,
think about the
in-
profile.
In
so-
all.
So, as you guys are standing there talking,
True.
you have everyone's over here. You guys see this, and this is where you guys came. As you guys look down this way, you see another building, another wall. I would say at the correct angle, you guys see that there's an opening in the wall there, and then this is a bridge that goes across the river that looks to go into the mountain. Just so everyone can see everything.
Yeah.
So this is where you were. This is the big plateau, cliffside, wall, building,
Does it
building.
seem like the water comes to an end right there?
No, it goes past.
Okay.
I can try to get a hold of Matthias again.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of
It's-
walls down here. Which wall
yeah.
are we supposed to follow?
So now you've seen 2 buildings and a bunch of walls.
Maybe ask him the direction we should head and let him know that we're at the entrance to this level.
Or maybe we even just ask him to come here and help us get to where he is.
I will cast sending, and I will send a message to Matthias, and I will say, made it to your level at wall where it meets pillar near river.
Okay. Before you respond, let me check something.
Where to next?
Where to from here? How many words is that?
No.
Probably enough.
You probably
That wasn't.
Also spotted bridge farther down river. There. And another wall. If I can get that.
So I will let you, because currently you're taking a long rest, so you would be asleep.
It would wake
Well,
him
I
up
mean,
though.
It would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We've
you had me
established-
respond 5 hours into my other into the log rest before.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yep.
fine.
And I mean, it doesn't necessarily
saying.
interrupt his long rest, anyways, because it's.
I'll say.
Leave alone sleeping.
Matthias can't come to the phone right now.
Yeah,
Please leave a message
walk
Do not.
east.
after the.
Or no. Find entry through wall. Walk east in Totem Forest. Don't go further downriver. There is a green dragon.
That's a hell of a
He's
message to come back.
Kinda nice though. That's it.
I relay that to everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Which break though? There's 2 breaks.
It seems as if they both kind of lead in the same direction, so I don't believe it matters too much.
All right, let's go.
Just
So
follow the
just-
wall.
Yeah, head through the first one we come to,
You guys don't want to cross
That's
the
and you mentioned
bridge
forest,
to
right?
Terabithia?
Yeah, Totem Forest.
So we're looking for a totem forest or a forest of some kind.
Okay.
So we walk through the entry and just start perceiving to see if we can find a forest.
Yep. The moment you walk in, this is the dense forest that you saw from the top, but now that you're underneath, you see that there is strewn about weapons and rusty armor that's long past its usefulness, and every couple trees
Anything.
I was just getting ready to say that to myself.
there are crude dolls made out of twigs and twigs, leaves, and cloth that are strewn about on every
So
couple trees.
very much Blair Witch shit going on in this bitch. Got it.
So
Cool.
just keep going.
I'm gonna tie a rope behind me. Tie a rope and then let it drag behind me.
Oh, can I add 2 words? I had 2 more words.
Too late.
No.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and I'm gonna see if I can
Should
try
have used
to.
it up. You're counting.
Sorry. I didn't think about
If I
it.
can try to find Matthias's tracks in the ground.
I will assist you.
Okay, give me a survival check.
And do I get the help action too from him?
Yeah.
If he's helping me? Okay. Not very good at this, but I figured it might be a good idea. Alright, that's 22 plus survival. Why won't it go up?
Weird.
23.
23. I'll say you see a besides the animal tracks, you can sense two sets of footprints. One looks to be a male, medium size. The footprints go
I
in,
didn't know footprints had genders.
turn around, and then come back out. And then you see a smaller set that continues on through the woods.
Point out the tracks that go in. Those might be Matthias's.
Oh, it's a stop. Let's follow it.
Now you're the one that's leading us.
The reason for the rope is that so we don't go around in circles.
Hey guys, how's your survival skills? Good?
They're decent.
You want to,
Well,
I feel like Young Bull has survival.
I was gonna say.
yeah, Young Bull probably has better survival too.
He might be proficient in it.
Well,
Yeah, he is, but I mean, he doesn't have the greatest wisdom. He has the 4.
I'm a little bit better than that. Same here.
I'll cast guidance on Geist, and just tell you, there's the tracks. Just try to keep a good eye out on it. Curious about the other set of tracks, though, and I'll point out the other ones that kind of followed in and then turned around and came out.
Especially since they don't go in the same
Did
direction that he went.
So it didn't look like they were following. It looked like they were going in a different direction.
No, it followed in the same direction, and then when it got to the forest, it turned around and came back out.
Oh, his
Like it was.
his did, but the other ones did.
No. Remember, he went into the forest, right?
No.
Different entrance.
Oh, okay.
His went in and came back. The other ones.
Because that was the first time you saw it. You went in, you
Yeah.
saw the totems, you left. Then he went into. Then you
I didn't know. I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know
right?
that. But
I'm
if
just
I come over
saying-
your footsteps, you came in, saw the opening, went nope.
Yep.
Came back out, went around,
Yep.
found the dragon, and then entered in here.
Yep.
Okay, so we are.
So out of game, his footsteps went in, came out, and then there's a smaller set of footprints that continues on.
Okay,
That keeps going.
but I would assume because he said he went into the forest that the footsteps walking in are his. So I'm still on the same track in character that somebody could have been following him and turned around and came back out.
Well, the best way to do is go. Let's keep moving.
Okay. As you guys start trekking through the forest, it's dark out now.
And then I will continuously try to cast guidance on Geist for his tracking abilities.
I would say with you walked across the water, so I'm going to say you watered up. I can't see where it's right here. So you guys come in, start following the footsteps this way. You see the wall continues, and there's like numerous breaks in it. And then, as you guys are walking, the tree coverage makes it a little bit more darker, so you don't see the moon as much. And I'll say, same thing as him. Every once in a while, it kind of looks like a tree moves. You don't catch, it's always out of the corner of your eye, just like, or it's just real slow. It kind of leans, and then it leans back.
I'll say after the second time it happens, I'll hold up my hand to try to stop us for a second.
All right.
It's like, you didn't see anything. It's like, and I'll just yell out, speak out into the darkness. Like, is anybody there?
You get no response.
Somebody's out
think-
there, but I just don't know what it is.
I don't trust it.
It hasn't done anything. It just spying.
Let's just keep moving and be
Yeah.
on guard.
Yeah. Passive perception with Chip and Geist. You guys see the trees a little more often. And any animals you see, since it's dark, you see like a little squirrel, and it's just like peeking out behind the tree, and you can see it's literally watching you guys. as you guys go.
We've got
It's got
small
the reflective green eyes.
Yeah.
and
animal
everything. It's like-
companions just watching us. Let's keep moving.
And you guys follow down. I guess this will come into how deep did you...
I'm right at the line.
Right at the line? Okay. How close to the actual tower?
I would have built it.
Because
Yeah,
here's,
I
here's the
would've-
wall, the tower here, and then this is where that like line, that tree line goes. This was the door that you walked into. Here's the tree line here, and then like the gravel. So I guess you would have walked out and
Yeah, I would have said
Somewhere
it.
around
Yeah.
okay.
Like, kind of kept myself like sprinting distance for the town.
Yeah. So you guys keep going, and eventually you come up and you start to see a big tower. And then close enough, you see Matthias resting on a little mossy log or in your tent. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm 10.
Okay, and you see a tent off to the left.
No fire, right?
No fire. Unless you did put a fire.
Nope.
That might be him. I can take a peek.
Just be very careful.
Yeah, I'll gently walk over there.
Hold on. I think we can.
Everybody
try
readying something?
Yeah. And I pick up a stone, and I tinker it for a second, and I just make it say surprise,
Ooh, he's messing with the environment. I like it.
and then I will
Lob it.
I'll say get ready, and I'll throw the stone into the tent.
Surprise!
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 You hear a surprise in Carl's British accent.
Hello.
Oh, look who it is! It's our friend Matthias. Matty!
The party is reunited once again!
For the third, fourth time, fifth time.
Hey man, how'd you get down here?
This
Well-
looks comfy.
I mean, feel free to take a rest, I assume.
I'm good for now.
Technically,
I,
you still have like 2 hours on your long rest.
Did you
It's not
come out of
happening
your?
now.
Well, no, you could break it up as long as he's not doing
Because people
anything.
take watches too.
Yeah, as long as you're not,
I'm just stating. I'm like,
as long as you're not doing anything over strenuous.
As long as you're not going adventuring for 2 hours.
an hour or more, then you should be good.
Well, what does
or
one
2
level
hours.
exhaustion give you? Not that bad.
Disadvantage on
ability checks.
but you probably won't get.
If you want, if you're sleeping, we can wait until you wake up. And
Well, we say wait until you
Did you
wake
pop
up,
out
but
of
these
your
guys
tent, or
need
no?
to
Yeah, I would
get
come out
dunked
of the
here soon.
I'll say Young Bull looks up and he sees like the moon and stuff, and he guesses it's roughly around like 9 p.m.
I
So
mean,
he has the best probably for survival
water
skills. So he's
caves.
like,
Yeah. Do you have the kegs on you?
Yes, here you are.
Yeah, so we got the water cakes.
I do have
you look at
one.
Matthias, and he is not translucent and,
Right,
and
right,
slimy
right.
anymore.
So I get in and I go. I look at you
You just
as I
sit in the
submerge,
pony
and I
keg.
just got.
Like a cat in a box.
I'm just holding on to it, and then I just submerge myself a little bit, and
Occasionally
then
you're like,
splash
"Oh."
water, and I look at you and I go. In this situation, I'd be a little pissed that you ran off without us, but you found a cure, so.
Well,
Question is,
it wasn't purposeful to come down here. You guys ran into those rapids just as I did.
is this really Matthias? Insight check.
I've been messaging Mark this whole time. It's not you.
I believe him.
I rolled a 19.
Well, I'll just be. Well, get. I don't know why you all set up these kegs. Let's just go. The tower's right there.
Well, are they awake?
Well,
Who knows?
it was getting close to their 10 minutes. They needed
Finish
to
your
be
rest.
submerged.
And I can use a rest too.
Then I will.
Well,
and I'll just sort
the
of-
next
Just
hour and a
back in.
half that I have.
Close my eyes.
So I want to start tinkering with something.
Okay.
And I know it probably won't be done in a short amount of time, but I want to try to create something reminiscent of a flare gun.
Okay.
So what do you want me to roll?
Is this one of your abilities, innate abilities thing?
I can create things. It would just be me tinkering, so I would use like Tinker's tools to try to create it.
Do you need the materials for it though?
I mean, I have a bunch of shit that I could like tinker with. I mean, I create stuff, like I infuse stuff all the time, so I have like...
Well, whatever you don't have, I
have a hand crossbow that I want to try to turn into a flare gun.
Okay.
I could probably help you with that.
What ability is your like main one that powers all your stuff?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, okay. Then give me an intelligence.
Well, my Tinker's tools is pretty high too. I don't know if you want me to use that or just straight intelligence. Because it's me kind of just like tinkering around with my hand crossbow.
If you're creating something new, I'll say like straight intelligence.
Let's see.
I'm going to help him. And I also have Tinker's tools. And a
Can I
plus
cast
8
guidance
proficient.
before I do that?
Yes.
But he's not letting him use the single tools. He's having him do straight intelligence.
14.
14. It's getting there. I'll say like the crossbow's like fully dismantled, and you're just starting to like piece it back together. Because really, you only have like 2 hours.
That's fine. I just want to get started.
Yeah, we'll say it's getting there.
I can get a short rest in.
Yep. So hour and a half, 2 hours pass. So you guys can kind of he's tinkering.
Do I still see the elk or the
I'm gonna spend 2 hit
Roman
time.
shadows?
As you guys are standing there and you kind of look around, deep into the dark forest, I feel like you're not sure. Your eyes might be playing tricks on you since you know you may have seen something, but anytime you do see some sort of animal, it looks like it's watching you guys.
I pull out my
Would you
heavy
like to
crossbow.
ask about that before I went back to sleep, or?
Yeah. We kept. It seems as though there's something in the shadows.
Yes. There's magical trees. They protect the woods, and this whole thing is under the watch and care of a powerful, I assume to be archdruid named Willow.
And she looked to be a moon elf, if I can remember.
She appears to be a moon elf.
Yep.
Interesting.
And she appears that she, I'm not 100% sure what her association is with Hallister, but she has some kind of relationship of sorts with him.
Well, get your rest. You're gonna need it.
She might be his lover.
She hates him.
And then,
She's a
so rest for the hour and a half.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything for
I'm going to
2
pull
hours
out
or
my
so?
heavy crossbow, and I'm going to pull back the hood and show him.
That's impressive. Careful with that thing.
I'm not sure if you've seen me use this down here. It's not really.
Have you heard of docking before?
It's not really good for me anymore. I really can't. I can't use it as well since I've become a dwarf.
Yeah, we're back in the swing of things. Huh?
But it's pretty cool.
jokes
Like
already.
you pull this lever and the hood comes up and then the light shoots out of the front of it. I know you're trying to hook up this cool fire gun. Do you want like a lighted sight for it? We could probably move this from mine to yours.
Carl seemed like he
That
was
sounds
totally
interesting. Yes, we can fiddle with it a bit.
Hey, do you guys mind keeping it down just a tad bit?
We'll fiddle with this other
Matthias is.
Are you
We need
also
rest.
in the bucket? The keg?
I probably got into a different one.
I see. Yes, I assume that. Not the same one.
Get in here, guys.
He's like, oh, that's a good idea. Move over real quick.
I cast heat metal on the band, so it's a jacuzzi.
Really?
Actually,
You
we-
both just get in one, and then they just flip another one over top. Full submerged.
So 2 hours goes by. Long rest, short rest
Short
for
rest for me,
anyone.
yeah.
Tinker stuff. Cool.
I'm pretty much almost full health, so I look good.
I never took any damage at all.
It's okay, you're about to get 70 hit points. So,
All right. What do you guys want to do?
well, to start off my morning ritual, I'm going
Well, it's
to
10. It's 11.
It is
PM.
11 p.m.
Okay, to start off my post long rest ritual, I'm going to hurt myself and allow my my tentacle weapon thing to be taken by frost.
Ew. You gonna pull your hood back too? There you go.
It is hygienic.
You gotta clean in there sometimes.
Yeah.
Get all the
Well-
cheese out.
If you all feel like you're well rested, let's head on to the tower, I guess. Hopefully Willow is still awake at these hours.
All right. Well, I will say, as nice as you say that this person was to you, this whole area gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, there's two things that I can speak on, and that is she's friends with a green dragon. She has several creatures that do her bidding for her. She owns a displacer beast, and from what I can tell, she can cast very powerful magics. So it might give everyone the heebie-jeebies, but she knows the way out of here. I assume somewhere on this level there's a way back up in case we wanted to explore there. And she could probably just, murder us all with the wave of her hand.
Now, you said friends with a green dragon?
Yes.
And Displacer Beast. You said Displacer Beast, right?
Yep.
Did she actually tell you that she would assist us in moving along?
She did. And she agreed that when the whole party came down here, she would take care of everyone's ailments, and
And you said she's an archdruid?
I would believe her to be. I do not actually know if she holds such a title.
I have not stated that yet.
So she is
I'm
the.
only writing down what he's saying.
I know.
Yep.
So is she the ruler?
It is
of
not
this level?
confirmed.
That's what the green dragon said, so
She is the strongest and nicest person you have met so far.
All right. Well,
Green
let's go
dragon.
talk to her.
and
Okay.
head up.
Go up to the door. Nice carved archways, 2 strings for doorbells. And when the door opens, there looks to be a medium-sized tree that seems to be carved. I think you know what Hallister looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what Hallister looks like.
Everyone does because
I have bothered heavily.
Yeah, actually, I've turned
Face.
into Hallister.
Yeah,
so,
so,
everybody knows what he
so
looks
the
like.
door opens and he goes, "Hello." And then you guys look, and it is a carved tree with Hallister's face, and he's emoting through everything. But
Hello, Hallistree. This is Hallistree. Hallistree, this is
I pull back the Eldritch Blast real quick, and I go, in your head you hear me say, "What the fuck is that? Is that him?"
he is a awakened tree. He's docile and very friendly.
I see you brought friends.
Yep. This is Lord Phillips, Carl, Chip, Geist, Youngblood.
Hello.
Hallis Tree is your name.
Hmm?
Do you know the face in which you were given? Do you know who it belongs to?
I have a face.
You do.
He's not the most intelligent of creatures, but he is very nice and very kind. I would not push the envelope as you were.
That's standard conversation. I'm just wondering if it knows. Have you ever heard your master speak of any friends by the name of Hallister?
Every once in a while, she mentions this name.
I see.
Anything
All right.
good she says about Hallister?
Is he her friend?
I guess you would have to ask her that.
Oh, all right.
Is
well,
Willow available to be spoken with?
She is currently sleeping. To speak with her, you have to come back tomorrow.
all right.
And it would just be a second. Could we just get a quick message in?
She would be very unpleased if I were to wake her.
It's fine. I think we can work through negotiations of her distress that this may cause.
I guess that's fine.
Just inform her that Matthias's party is here.
I guess you guys can wait in the lobby, and I will go fetch her.
Do you think that she would be? Have you seen her get angry before?
I mean, occasionally.
Do you think that this would anger her?
Guess you would have to ask her that.
I'm gonna insight the tree, palace tree, and see his general, if he's being truthful about this, basically.
Okay.
That's really low. That's a 3.
I rolled an 18.
Plus 4 is a 9.
He's being as truthful as he can.
Yeah.
He's doing his best to be an awakened tree butler. So
Let her know that when you wake her, that I have a gift for her that she may enjoy.
a gift?
Yes.
She likes gifts.
Yes.
Okay, well, come on in.
What sort of gifts does she like?
I guess you would have to ask her that.
Okay.
My responses are limited. You must ask the right questions.
We will wait. Thank you.
I am the
Palace
tree that
tree.
always tells the truth, and I am the tree that always lies.
Oh, long time.
I lie about the truth and I tell the truth about the lies. So, same thing. You guys walk into what looks like a throne room. He walks through. Did I erase it? Yeah. So, same thing. Double doors into the throne room, and there's a set of double doors on the far side. So he walks through those, and those shut. And I would say probably about 5 minutes goes by.
While we're waiting, Kylie crawls out of my sleeve, and I just sort of, and then I put my hand up towards the wall, and she crawls up the wall, up to the ceiling.
Okay.
I just don't have a seat on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to put my maul on my back, and I'm going to put the gauntlets on, just so that it appears to be part of my normal attire, but in case things were to get weird, I have some sort of mechanism.
I have my hand in my bag of holding, and I have my battle axe summoned into it, but I have not removed it.
I mean, I'm not planning on fighting, but you never know, so.
Well, I'm seeing what he's doing, and I'm just
My
also
least
being
conspicuous manner of
You want to
defending
wake an
myself.
archdruid and then see what happens? Jeez. Let me see what spells she has. Okay.
I do remove my mask though, and take my hood down.
Okay.
How very un-COVID of you.
What's COVID?
We can get
Yeah, we'll get blocked.
How's it coming to escape my real life build? So stop bringing me back into it. Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
I'd say about, like I said, 5 minutes goes by, and the doors open, and you see a female elf. Before, when you saw her, she was full in her like druid armor garbs, and like her hair was pulled back, and now she's more in like casual clothes with her hair down. She was-
Nightgown.
Yeah, a lace see-through nightgown.
Pleasure, Lady Willow.
Yes, you woke me for some important reason.
Well, we are just trying to get in and get out of your forest as fast as possible, as I had told you in the past. My party arrived way sooner than I was expecting, so I figured if you could just help my allies here, we will
Was that in conversation?
move on.
And I would like to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I would like to apologize for awakening you, but our two friends here had the same condition as Matthias that you were able to help them with, and I fear that it is taking a toll on them. And for awakening you, I figured I would give you a gift as somewhat as a thank you and an apology. And I pull out the pot of awakening, and I hand it to her.
Ooh. She goes, I appreciate this. I will take your gift in kind, but I'm sorry to say I can only heal one person a day. I must get my rest before I can do it again. But I am glad that you all have made it, and Matthias has been kind to my forest so far, so I hope you guys do the same. But if this is what you seek, I cannot help either of you till tomorrow morning.
I think we can hold out until then. Obviously, it's necessary. Do you own the animals that have been watching us since we came here?
The whole forest is mine.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure there wasn't an outside source keeping an eye on us.
No, most of the animals are under my control.
I see.
Most. Are there animals that are not under your control? Sorry, Lord Howard Phillips.
Most of the woodland creatures are mine. There are a few other species that live amongst me down here that peaceful, some not, but most of them are fine.
13 on an insight.
Just truthful.
Okay.
So, you the one, I don't want to keep you too long, but are you the one that was able to create this sun and moonlight down here within the mountain?
This was not under my power.
Was it done before you arrived? How long have you been here? 525 minutes.
What?
Started singing a rant.
Yes.
I moved in yesterday.
He says, I do appreciate
Lost it on the
the
fillet.
kind gift, but I would like this to be a conversation for tomorrow, if that is what you wish. It
Oh.
might take a little longer, and I would like to get my rest.
No problem. Once again, I apologize for the inconvenience. I just wanted to express our thanks to you for helping our friend and potentially helping our other two friends. We look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.
As I told Matthias, you are welcome to stay in the forest. Just you can collect what you want. Do not cut down anything, and do not start any fires.
All right, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and I'm gonna roll insight on her. If
Okay.
that's cool, just to see if she gives me a weird vibe. Oh, let me do it on her. Because I want to. Uh, 23.
You get good intentions out of her. Oh, let's see something. Nope, wrong number.
I hate you. I have that song stuck in my head now.
God damn it, Mark.
Oh, is that what I wanted? Okay, that's fine. She kind of bids you guys adieu. You can stay where you want, and she turns around and heads back up.
All right. Well, Matthias, I feel as if things are going to get kind of funny, seeing as you just took a long rest and we're about to start ours. We'll have to link back up somehow.
Are you guys really about to start one?
I don't think we can.
Was
It hasn't been that long since our last one.
No, I guess we just go out and
Just chill. We
chill.
can short rest as
You
long
guys-
as we need to.
Yeah.
Sit in your water.
Yeah. Wait until the sun comes up.
Yeah. Unless anybody wants to do anything fancy, I'm just gonna speed it up till tomorrow.
I just want to perceive as I leave just around the area to see if I notice anything that stands out.
You do notice when she walks back through, before the doors close, you see this black animal kind of trot with her. And the tentacles or tails and stuff kind of go with her. But other than that, running night through the forest, you see some weird creatures talking to you.
Well, if you were to look to the right as we leave, there are some fancy alcoves over there. They're piled high with skeletons and other various, I'm assuming, dead bodies of creatures. I don't know what caused it, but as she had said, the forest seems to be relatively safe. So,
This green dragon that you met, is he going to be a problem for us?
no, his name is Tyrael. He has a sword sticking out of his head. Apparently, the sword keeps him in check.
Sounds like a very interesting item.
I'm led to believe that if we were to remove the sword, we essentially free the true green dragon trapped inside.
Interesting.
I mean, you have to respect instinct.
I'd rather not.
Follow everything.
Yeah, I'd rather not tangle with a green dragon, regardless.
But
Maybe he'd be appreciative.
I know we wanted to do some exploring. I believe there were buildings on the other side of the forest, and I didn't really check them out too extensively when I got here.
She did say that as long as we didn't harm the forest, she was okay. Like if we checked stuff out, and like if we found stuff, we could have it. Is that the idea I got from what she was saying?
She basically said that you are free to pick berries, gather fallen branches, collect acorns, pine cones, and rest on the logs. But chopping anything down or starting fire or harming the forest or animals is forbidden.
So if we were to happen upon like something and we found things, she wouldn't care if we
Man-made or
took
otherwise.
them as long as we weren't harming the forest.
I
Was that
guess
the
so.
idea I got?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Do you guys
'cause
want to
initially-
play out the next 7 hours, or do you want me to just
Fast
meet up so you
forward!
can talk to her?
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some like
You want to go to the alcove?
check some shit around.
How long has it been since our last dunk?
But
I would say after the end of the conversation, it was about 10 minutes.
All right.
I can help refill the pony cage.
Like, it's up to you guys.
I lose track of time on 10 minutes. So
Okay.
as we're walking out of the tower, I don't try to
Put it back next.
What would it be?
I assume you're both standing together.
Yeah.
I feel like you would feel something though.
You would feel it start to like crackle
dry
up and
out,
dry.
crack.
Yeah, but it's like what, every 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would just lose track of time. I'm just saying
Maybe insight?
I don't know. What did you roll?
because I rolled a 4 on mine to kind of, it's like a basic intelligence check
Yeah.
is what I did.
Because I would say
I would forget.
waiting for her and through the conversation would have been longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
feel
would
it's
be
like
too.
withdrawals.
So
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you're still, I think
I
like once it
rolled a
starts
10.
doing that, you're still going to
So,
take the effects of it.
I'm going to say you guys get hit with it, and then you guys can...
Yeah, that's what I'm,
That's
yeah.
So you take 11 damage
Just
for having
damage.
dry skin.
Okay.
And as soon as like I see you writhing in pain, I offer you the pony keg.
And then you guys dump back in.
Yeah, I don't dunk back
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, so it's up to you guys. We have about 10 minutes left. You can explore during the night for the next...
Do we see any
Well,
outlying
7,
buildings or anything around this like tower?
The what?
Outlying buildings like around the tower or anything?
No. When you look at the tower, you see the cliff on the left. It's literally like 10 feet. Then there's the door, and then the wall, and then there's the multiple alcoves that he was talking
Can I
about.
go investigate the alcoves?
You look down, and it is a bunch of... Each alcove is filled with piles of skeletons.
I want to cast guidance on myself and look through the bones.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
Investigation.
I'd probably go with him just to keep his back while everyone else is disposed.
25.
25. You look through. It looks to be each alcove. There's 4 alcoves. They're roughly 10 feet wide and 15 foot tall. Strewn about in them is skeletal remains about 60 humans, clad with rotten clothes and furs. The remains look to be of the Melar worshippers. Some look to be stabbed. Some look to be burnt by what looks to be the dragon's poison breath. And you search, and there's nothing of value.
Okay.
Did you guys want to do anything else?
What do you think?
Well, we only got 10 minutes left, so.
I
Yeah.
feel like just chilling in this barrel until we can get some help.
If we're chilling, I just want to work on the flare gun some more.
Okay, give me whatever we rolled before.
But she can only help one of us.
Cast guidance.
rock, paper, scissors?
Why don't we flip a coin?
15.
Sure.
Okay, it gets a little
I'll
better.
pull out a platinum.
Well, you have a wild. Roll me
Where's
a-
the D2? Do you guys have a D2?
Cast guidance.
Here you go. That's in metal.
15 again.
Okay.
Heads or tails?
Heads. Tails.
Is there any specific
I got
rules on
Well, I mean, there's
You gotta
like
be out.
random things?
there's
The heads up.
guns. I mean, I could look at like what guns there are. There's like a
We'll save it for next
there's
section.
a
We'll-
palm pistol.
It's you.
Cause like I literally like one of the funniest things in movies I've ever seen is like people like killing somebody with a flare gun, and I want to use it as part like as a flare gun, and then my hopes and dreams are that I can get a killing gun. with a
That
flare
was
gun.
my favorite thing to do in GTA 5.
Really?
Was use a flare gun and you shoot it at people and it just...
Like the
And they
movie
light
The
on fire.
Road. Have you seen The Road?
That movie's fucked up, dude.
It is, but the part where he shoots the flare gun blindly into the window, and then you just hear a guy go, "Ah!" Like it's the funniest fucking thing in the world. Blind shot with a flare gun takes a dude out.
I love that movie, though.
So Corey,
Yeah.
remember how you're watching VFW? the other
Yeah,
day?
that movie's awesome, by the way.
Us drying out makes me feel like the druggies in that.
Oh wow.
How they had dried lips. It was so dry that
Yeah.
their mouth closed up.
So we're just waiting until morning?
Yep.
Alright.
So I'll say you guys hang around, and then around like 8 in the morning, you actually hear the doorbells ring from the outside.
Oh. Isn't that interesting?
Okay. That's weird. Right.
I think
Do
she's
we-
signaling us to come up.
Do we go?
I don't know. I guess. I guess that's her way of
I would-
signaling us.
I would
don't
take
know.
that as an invitation.
Okay. So you guys.
I'll,
After the stream, I got something I'm gonna get with you and Chip about.
Okay. All right. So you guys walk up to the door.
Yeah, because I can fabricate.
She's only helping you, so I'm gonna wait out here. I wait in the barrel outside
Okay.
where we were kind of camped.
When you guys walk up, I assume you guys try to open it and all that jazz. And you see the tree, and he's like, "Hello, good morning."
Hello, Hallis Tree. How are you?
Good, good. My lady is ready to see you guys, if that's what you would like.
All right.
Alright. I hate your face.
Literally.
I get so. He brings you guys in, and then you guys see Willow, and she's full garbed up, ponytail, ready to go. And then you see her friendly displacer beast just chilling right beside her. And she goes, "Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what can I do you for? I heard you have more friends that."
Well, these. You said you were staying outside.
Yep, in the barrel.
I'd go in,
Okay.
but
Wasn't there one more of you?
Yeah, he's soaking. in
he's
water.
going to take seconds.
Okay.
So we have our friend Geist here. He suffers from our ailment. The ailment. Yeah.
I can do my best to heal him like I did you.
That would be much
I understand there was questions that you had last night for me.
Yes, you said that you would reveal the way to the next level once my whole party was here, since you said it was treacherous.
This is true. Since I am helping you, I would also like request something of you guys.
I was going to
That
ask
was-
that question.
Same here. So you mentioned last night that there were creatures here that you didn't get along with.
Is this what you speak of?
Yes.
I see.
You guys have been very kind to my forest, not like the last group that came through. And I've healed one of you. I will also heal another one, but I ask that you remove a creature from my forest for me.
Meanwhile, while I'm waiting outside, I'm going to light a fire.
Are you? I was like, whoo, it's right in the middle of negotiation. I like it.
What type of creatures are these?
Green dragon.
Yeah, there's this weird green dragon that's over there. But I don't She said, she says, a few cloakers have moved in, and I would like them removed.
Do you know where they are exactly?
They are to the north, past the wall. They've been troublesome since my forest, or they've been troublesome to my forest, and the last group that came by, they actually helped them get through, so I would like to remove them.
What did the last group look like?
They looked a lot like you.
But darker?
You haven't happened to have seen a group, maybe it's the ones that passed through, of dwarves?
Mm-hmm. This is the group I speak of that had betrayed me.
Oh,
I see.
Damn doors are.
One more question. Have you heard rumors of somewhere in the mountain of
The throne?
do you know of something, a dwarven clan called the Malarkin?
Can I speak as, no, I have not heard of them.
Oh, okay. We got some insight before we entered the mountain. Just trying to collect interesting bits.
I usually see passerbys through my level, or my forest, and if they're usually kind, I usually help them through. If they're not, I usually dispose of them. But this last group got in deals with the cloakers, and they helped them get past.
Can I roll something to see if I have any knowledge of cloakers?
Mm-hmm. Nature.
Nine.
You know they're basically like giant flying bats.
Okay. But so do these cloakers, seeing as they're making deals, have some sort of intelligence to them?
That I'm not sure. I know they come out every once in a while, but they just happen to come out at the right time with this last group.
I see. Our only worry is you seem very powerful. I was wondering why you haven't just taken care of them yourself.
Well, I'm helping you, so
That's fine. That's no problem. Another worry I have is we've tried to help others in the mountain previously, and we got in a bit over our head. So I just wanted to make sure it was just a matter of just convenient help for you and not a situation that we were walking into our deaths.
I can assure you that I understand cloakers are a bit tough, but I have no ill intentions with my deal.
Not that you wanted us to take leave from life, as they say. Just more along the lines of, I hope we weren't walking into something that was going to just overtake us.
I sure hope not. You guys have been a very kind group coming, and I'd hate to see anything bad happen.
I see.
You just seem like a very capable group, so...
After we dispose of the
Insects.
cloakers, anything you want us to do with the bodies?
14.
You can leave them there. I guess bring back evidence so that I know that you have done the deed, and then the next day later I will hear you are the friend, and I will send you on your way to the next level if you wish.
Do they have a leader? Or is it just a group of animals working?
As far as I know, it's just them.
I see.
I know I've seen 2, but I'm not sure how much more there are.
Do they have any immunities or anything that would help us in our fight? Any information to help us destroy them? Oh, and what was your name again?
My name is Willow. She says that I know they are not fine of light. My last group that I sent in, they gave at least that information for the people that survived.
Oh, I think we have some tools that would assist us in this, like a flagger.
I'm actually, yeah, we'll talk about it.
And I noticed that a few of you were a bit bothered by my tree friend while you guys were here. May I ask why?
Just some old business.
Is it because of his face?
It is.
How do you know of Hallister?
Well, Hallister, like many people, have taken a lot from me.
And I assume you seek revenge?
No, I seek my father. Just knowledge of where he is, making sure he is okay.
Fair enough. Any other questions you might have?
Nope.
Okay.
Take care, Willow. We will do this task for you and return, I assume. All right. Well, 9:30.
Yep. And you kind of like start to look around and you are fully healed. And you're not really sure when she did it, but you're just kind of noticing and you're like, oh, I haven't itched in a while.
It was during that weird time that you said, hey, Mama Saba, Mama Saba.
Alright. That's the end of this session.
All right.
We're back.
Thanks for hanging out. Well, I hope you enjoy watching us on YouTube.
Yeah. Till
Yeah.
next Monday.
Yep.
For those who watch, thank you. For those who are going to watch, eventually, thank you as well.
Yes.
And the person that we gave the dice away to, we apologize. This whole thing, we got to do an in-person drop-off, and that really hasn't been possible. So, we're going to get your
Just
info,
6 feet and just toss it. Here you go.
and we will get those to you as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Have
See
a
you
good
guys.
night.
Bye.